Are we on? Don't look right up there, does it? For God's sake, man. Keeps falling off this. Shall we just go to that one and then do this, which is that one. Take that one off, we'll do this one. I should have had a little play with this before going live, really, but you know what? We'll sort it. That'll do for the minute. Hello, Mr. Bartron, Mike Alligators, Jamil. I think Woodsborough Slasher's probably buggered off by now. The past streams I was playing catch up. It's alright, it doesn't matter. Fucking hell. It's been alright, shitty fucking weekend, honestly, man. Shitty weekend. Jesus Christ. You know, like on a computer, you know, right in front of me. On a computer, you can press restart. I wish you could do that with Bleeding Life sometimes, honestly. And I'd restart, and have all my cats back that have gone up above, and the two that remain. I'd restart with all of them, you know, and then just, you know, start again in other respects. Sometimes it just never bloody stops, honestly. There's always something. Oh, I don't know. Hello, Mr. Screen Ghost. I see your missus is causing trouble. Sent a couple of pictures from whatever they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. Obviously out somewhere doing some sort of weird, I don't know, attraction or building, or I don't know. There's a sign. I got sent a picture of a sign that was TIT, and another sign that was WANKE. You know, you can imagine the rest of that. And a picture of three people having something to eat with what looked like to be a ghost of a girl in the background, and it was actually some sort of plastic screen, apparently, from the COVID restrictions. So yeah, but yeah, to about 2 years ago, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the pandemic, obviously, and then you got this Russian bloody dickhead. You know, what's he thinking? Does he think, you know? Has he got anything in there? I thought I was the thickest shit on the planet, but no, that Russian's made me look bleeding intelligent. Fucking dick. Well, honestly. You just sometimes... You can't believe the world today, honestly. Sometimes the people today as well. And sometimes even these things today, you know? In many respects. But even other things, you know, with Ghostface, you know, these fake masks that people are drooling over. You know? But yeah, if you could go back in time, yeah, find a working DeLorean time machine, yeah. Don't worry about getting caught for speeding, because you'll be back in time and they won't be able to do you. But at the same time, do what they should have done in the film, yeah? Jack up the back end of the car, get it to 88 while it's underneath the wire and the pole and hook, and then, you know, just sit there like a rolling road or a horsepower tester. Just keep it at 88 and then just wait for the lightning to strike. The back end be jacked up so the wheels are off the ground. Get it to 88, go back in time to when things are okay, and, you know, try starting again. I mean, at the end of the day, the Back to the Future, it made it more excitement being 88 miles an hour, didn't it? You know, it made it more exciting starting all the way back and then going down the road and, you know, everything happening at the end of that film. It was a brilliant film. But yeah, if you could do that, you know, in life, can you imagine if we had policemen trying to speed up and catch him as he was going through time, you know, and then to think once you've gone through time, you're like, yeah, them policemen, they've gone. And there's never any hope of them getting you. I wish you could do that with life, you know. Just, you know, oh, we've had a shitty month for whatever reason, we've had a shitty 2020, we've had a shitty, you know, whatever, a shitty week last week or a shitty weekend or whatever it is, and just say, oh, that's all right, we'll just delete that, you know. Like a document on Microsoft Office or something. Oh, just take that bit out. That's the bad bit. Yeah, carry on with the good. I really wish you could do that sometimes. I'm sure we all do. So I heard one of the cats doing the claws a second ago. New camera quality is awesome. This is one of two cameras that's always been here. Let's do a test. Yeah. So yeah, there was a new camera a couple of streams ago, which is still turned on. It's at the side of the camera that you're looking at me on. But it likes to flash a lot. So when it's focusing and trying to look at whatever it's focusing on, whether it me or a mass tag or whatever, there's like a flash. It's like the white balance or the colour balance or whatever it is, you know, doesn't always agree. But well, there you go, you got a focus there, look. So that's basically what I wanted on the streams. Just hold a tag up if I'm showing or referencing something. Like, oh yes, I got one of my stickers on the tag, look. There you go, you see a bit of focus, you know. So that's all I wanted, just for something to bloody focus. I used to do these streams when I started with a Sony camcorder. With night vision, as we used to say ghost hunting on. Night vision! And it always had a bit of a funny focus, my Sony camera. And I've got two other Sony cameras that I do my location videos with. But they won't work with the computer, they just don't come through. It's like a different HDMI, I don't know, version or something. But yeah, the one that will work, the focus is just a pain in the arse. And it always has been since I bought it. So, in essence, it should really go back and be fixed if possible. But, you know, does it really matter these days? Oh dear. Let me catch up with the chat and then we'll get this one over and done with, I think. They are playing golf. Oh, is that what they're doing? Okay. Yeah, because I think your missus was under the impression that she'd be playing alongside yourself, wasn't she? And that the kids were away and it was going to be you and her. But yes, I did know of the plan and I was told about it, I don't know, over a week ago, I think. They said they'd been speaking to you and it was going to happen, and I just stayed quiet about it for obvious reason. But yeah, pretty crap for me too. Saw Batman and felt alright for 3 hours, then back to the crap. Yeah, I can really relate to that. But I jolted, you know, how the hell do you jolt your back having a shower? I was having a shower earlier. No sudden movements, no, you know, dodgy turn, no slip-ups, no... Where's the shower gel? Turn at an awkward angle and, you know, hear your back crack, you know. But honestly, something just went in my back. I was like, oh, you bastard. And, yeah, it's still giving me crap now. But, you know, I didn't do anything. It's like, if you'd have been doing something stupid and, you know, you're paying the price for it, then, okay, it's tough shit. But I didn't do anything. Yeah. Lower back's been a pain in the backside. Well, yeah. But let's just say it's been a pain. 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, war, pestilence, just famine and death to go. Yeah, I remember 4 horsemen of the apocalypse in the Young Ones episode. He throws a sandwich, then it goes and lands on him, doesn't it? Lands on Dawn French's character, and it's a massive sandwich. What's the matter? What's the matter? It's meat. With Neil. Amazing what you remember sometimes. Not the pandemic for me, it would be for me to have my physical life back. I'm aware of your full situation, Mike, so forgive me if I don't understand, but yeah, whatever good times, you know, we used to enjoy, or, you know, we'd always like to go back, wouldn't we? But yeah, if we could avoid this pandemic and somebody say, oh, there's a button to press and you all have to understand we're going back in time and, you know, we're going to avoid it. So, you know, hold on to your seat and buckle up, then, you know, okay. But yeah. Oh, okay, Screen Ghost. Bloody hell. Oh, you got some money, have you? Lend us 100. Lend us 100. Used to be a chap at work like that. Every now and again. Yeah. You go, what's the matter? Lend us 20 quid. You go, okay. Now and again, you know, you would. If, you know, poor chap was struggling, you'd help him out. But one day, it's like, yeah, lend us 100. It's like, 100? Is that what you've been doing? What do you need 100 for, you know? And another chap, another time, lend us 200. 200? I was like, what's this chap doing? You know, I never asked, I never found out, but... Anyway, let's move on to what this stream's meant to be about, shall we? Ghostface. Mr. Face. Ghostface. Right. A little bit of news regarding the UK stock. This will be a short one, I promise you. I always say it was going to be a short one and it goes on and on, but trust me, it is going to be shorter today. So, bloody back. Let me think. The UK distributor. What did they get last year? I'll tell you what they got. Samples. I believe there's a couple of samples they've come to have in their possession, but I'm not sure exactly what yet. I haven't got full details. But I did hear a whisper that there may be a pumpkin sample about. Again, the distributor at this time is currently doing their full 2022 catalogue. So the samples aren't going to be coming to me or anyone else anytime in the immediate future. But unfortunate news also is, I said, oh, you know, Mr. UK distributor, what about the Pride goes for? I know this isn't on everyone's top tier with the listings for what they want this year, but I said, you know, have you got the Pride Ghostface? And he goes, what? You got the Pride Ghostface? Why did you undo that? But no, I says, you got the Pride. What do I want that one for? I was like, what do I want that one for? I says, bloody hell, I hope we can buy it over it. Oh no, I'm not sure about that one. I was like, come on. So don't hold your breath for the Pride Ghostface if you wanted a rainbow colour Ghostface over here. Whether you're demonstrating Pride or whether you just want a rainbow striped Ghostface. There's a slight possibility at time of recording and saying this that the Pride may not be in the UK. But don't quote me on that 100% and things could change. So the Pride plastic solid hard PU Ghostface mask may or may not be in the UK this year, okay? May or may not at time of recording. So don't go mad straight away. We don't know yet. I emphasise the fact that some fans had expressed interest and maybe should grab a few, and he considered it. So again, you know, it was like this last year when I said Dead by Daylight costumes. Oh no, we're not buying them. I was like, what? I said, come on. No, there's no market for it in the UK. I was like, oh. So, like RJ's interview, sometimes it's the retailers that messes up. I'll say messes up. Yeah, sometimes it's the retailers. Like the Scary Movie Killer type, yeah? And other types, you know, oil slick, you know? The mass retailers, oh, I don't think it will sell. That's what messes it up for the collectors. I'll tell you what, give me some of these mass retailers, get them in here. Buy it. It will sell. At least 500. Oh, God. But, you know, there we are. Anyway, the 2021 Halloween stock that we still have not got. So I asked the distributor the other day, I says, was it October the 25th it was pulled? He goes, oh, no. I says, oh, when was it then? He goes, oh, October the... Not that it makes a lot of difference. But would you believe it was October the 21st, obviously last year, that everything was pulled? Yeah. Costumes included, of course, we had the costumes later on. And I said, what? I says, what the hell has been pulled? I says, is it all just Ghostface? Or is there other things? He says, oh, there's other things. We've had this problem with adult masks. Keeps doing that. Little bunny rabbit keeps appearing. But we've had problems, he says, with adult masks as a whole. Some adult masks have been pulled. Obviously, all of Ghostface masks have been pulled. Some Myers masks have been pulled, and apparently some other horror-type masks have been pulled, which I didn't get told what they were. So, I think I said this on the last stream, but I'll repeat anyway. So, at this time, there is a person that has been brought in that deals with this sort of thing with regards to the case. Okay? I believe Fun World may have had something to do with this. I can't 100% confirm, but I'm pretty sure, you know, they said, oh yeah, we'll find this chap and we'll get the help to the UK distributor. And I believe that's what's happened. So here we are, March the 6th, as of recording this stream. And it is now in the hands of solicitors, as we knew anyway. But put it this way, the trading standards who are holding the masks and saying, oh no, we want to test them, we don't think this, we think they're aimed at kids. Yeah, they have got until March the 21st to say, right, either they carry on, you know, with the case, or they're going to pull out. So at March the 21st, we're going to know whether trading standards want to carry on badgering and bloody bothering all these fans in a way, and say, oh yeah, we're going to fight this a bit more, we're going to fight this a bit more. Or they're going to say, again, by the 21st, yeah, okay then, yes, this chap that you brought in has a point, and blah 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 blah, we shall release the masks. So March the 21st, mark the down on your calendars, yeah? And then I await to see what the distributor comes back to me with then. And even MadAboutHorror and everyone else. MadAboutHorror may hear before me, I don't know. But March the 21st is like the deadline to say, right, the case carries on and they continue to fight to keep the mask away from us and the distributor. Or whether they back down and say, okay, yeah, this person that's been brought in that is apparently very good at what they do. I don't know exactly what he is, what his title is, his name or anything. But apparently this chap sits on boards all around the world, knows his shit, and is very good at what he does, and he doesn't foresee a problem with regards to the case of the stock that's been held for the UK. So if he's saying that, then there's some hope. So maybe after the 21st, or even into next month, I don't know when, if all is successful, maybe we could have masks in the foreseeable future, hopefully before end of April, start of May at the very least, I hope. So again, mark it down, March the 21st, and then sort of patiently wait, as we've all been doing anyway. It's annoying, I know. But yeah, the 21st is when trading standards have to say, right, carry on or give up. Because maybe this chap that's come in has got a valid point and the mask can be released. So we will see. We will see. That's exactly what I was told just a couple of days ago by the UK distributor. I made a point to ask about the samples and the latest on the situation. That's what he told me. Hello E180, Vaxie. The whole thing is so daft. Yeah, it is. Fingers crossed they give and release the stock. Yes. Yeah. You're confused, Vaxie. No, we're talking about the Halloween stock from 2021 for the whole of the UK. Basically Ghostface is what we're worried about on this stream. And yes, all adult masks of Ghostface, whether metallics, whether scorched, whether Viper, Devilface, you know, all of them was pulled, of course. So yes, come the 21st of this month of March, this is when the trading standards have to either back down or continue to fight. So as I say, we'll see what's happening. But all of us here, we want these. We want this 25th anniversary released. We want the metallics released. I mean, alright, there's ultra whites in there, but we want the mass release. That's the main thing. And for once, we could then go online, whether it's a pre-order from MadAboutHorror or wherever, you know, us as fans can enjoy the 2021 items that we've been pining for. Because, god damn it, it's been a hell of a wait, hasn't it? So, I don't know, could it be 5 months to the day? Maybe March the 25th as a random guess. That's all it is, a random guess. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. But could it be, you know, 5 months to the day, or just under 5 months, or just over 5 months, where we finally get official news and confirmation of what's going to happen, whether it's negative or positive? So we'll see. We'll see. Switch off battery saver. What mask are we talking about? We're talking about all masks with regards to last year's 2021 stock. So in this particular instance, Vaxi, 2021 ultra whites. Yeah, I know not many fans are pining for them, but this is part of what's held. So 2021 ultras, Scorch Ghostface, Devil Face is in the Dead by Daylight style with a new hood, Viper Ghostface, well Viper, say not Ghostface is it? Viper Dead by Daylight, 25th anniversary mask. Yeah, Scary Movie mask, metallics, all of them, you know, in limbo at this time. Want my fluorescence and collector set, but yeah, the collector set is different because that's suppliers that are different from what the UK distributor are getting from. The collector set is via MadAboutHorror only. So, as you may know also, MadAboutHorror recently acquired some items that we did mention on the last stream. 2018 Skellyfaces with bilingual tag. 2017 Devil Face with bilingual tag. Table runners, door covers, bleeding knives, and whatever else it was I mentioned last time. Let's go to the browser. Where were we? Let's have a look. I'll bring it up on the screen in a sec. Where were we? MadAboutHorror. What was that? Something Ghostface just popped up there. Oh, there it was. Okay. MadAboutHorror said a lot of stuff, as we all know. Right then, browser. There we go. Got to duck down a bit. Is it this one? Well, no, it is that one. It's still the same camera. It's... Okay, I might have to reposition that camera. It's chopping my head off. Okay. So... I did do this last time, but for people that, you know, may have been working or have a different schedule or didn't see last stream, this is what MadAboutHorror currently have. I'll get the words pronounced properly in a second. So you have here the 25th anniversary costume. Oh, quick, buy. Yes, child size, not adult. Calm down. So child size, sparkle costume with bib style EU mask. Okay. Skellyface. This is bilingual tag. 2018 stock. Some people are particular, some people don't care, but I'm making sure that you know this is what it is. Okay. 2018 Skellyface bilingual tag. These were originally, as you can see, partly on the sticker on the back there. I think they've photoshopped that maybe a little bit. Possibly. But yeah, these were originally from a French distributor. Oh, that's where some of the first ones appeared when I first got them. In France. A French distributor in France. Who'd have thought it, eh? But this is the only difference, eh? Skellyface is just smaller font, and then a smaller font below, which is obviously French, which is mask skeleton. So skeleton mask backwards, basically, or mask skeleton, if you want to put it that way. And same on the bottom, content, one mask avec capuche. I'll probably pronounced that wrong. But it's still Skellyface. And I do know in, you know, many times since these have been out and disappeared that many people have said, oh, where can I get a Skellyface? I want one. They've still got them at the minute. So the bilingual Devil Face have sold out. They're gone. And apart from that, it's the bleeding knife. It's the table runner, which is actually 5 foot long, and I believe 30 centimeters wide. Let's just have a double check on that. Yes, 30 centimeters wide and 5 foot long. So possibly the height of your missus if you got a small missus, or the height of your partner if you got a partner. These days you never know how to phrase things, but don't take offence. Hanging decoration, which is 5.5 foot tall, it said on the main description here, and 75 centimeters wide. So if anyone's got a bit of a passion for the stock image of the mask and knife set originally, there you go. Go get one of them. But yes, a hanging decoration, which is like essentially like a door cover from the past. And then, yeah, the table runner. Obviously, you want to put Ghostface on the table, and if you're having a buffet or a conference, there you go. The bleeding mask is back. You've got a 16-inch shake action, which is a pre-order. You've got a Kid Robot 8-inch, which is pre-order. Obviously, they've sold out of them lately. One with a dodgy box for the Mezco. And the ones without dodgy boxes, I'm guessing it's got a crease or a dent or something. The £20 or almost £20 Book 120 replica-ish, which I believe for what the price people are paying, what they've received, they've been okay with. The Scorched obviously still being held. USA Patriotic, that was one of the other masks I actually forgot, but yeah, that's one that's still being held, and it does not have this hood. It has a standard shroud, so this hood is more of a deluxe on this stock image, which is how it was first released, and this is how the sample was as well. But yes, the USA or Patriotic Ghostface will be a standard shroud, and this has been proved via USA fans that own the mask. Stab decoration, Woodsboro City Limit signs. There you go, Mr. Devil. There's your confirmation. Put your email in there if you want to know if they're getting any more stock. So that was originally 2017 Bilingual Tag, which was a bit of a rarer one, which I've only got 2 of each now for the Skellies and the Devils in my own collection. But there you go. And it says there on the back of the sticker, distribute par Shacks. I think the Shacks is blanked out, but yes, this monster, as it says on the back, is nothing to do with the type of mask or any part of a description for the mask. It's actually a place in France somewhere. Not that it really matters. All you want is the mask. As we continue on, just to confirm the figures, the signs, the DBD Devil, obviously, which is still being held. Rusty sign, Brandon James. Tombstone out of stock, City Limits again. So this is the one that, well, 2 items here that collectors have been pining for all over the place. Is the collector set and the voice changer. Adult costume, obviously, some people have got them and some people are still struggling. Remember what RJ said in the interview. If you've not watched the interview, I urge you to watch it, because there's a lot of questions answered, including about the 2021 shipping issues. So yeah, the 2021 Sparkle costume, adult size, there was a lot of demand for it and they couldn't keep up with demand. I believe some American people or American stores are still waiting on stuff to come in March or April or even into May, which may include possibly some more Sparkle adult costumes. Again, the shipping does not help with regards from China to USA or from China to even to us sometimes during COVID. There we go. And Toonie Terrors is out of stock. Obviously the 25th mass is still being held. Last page, the Sideshow out of stock, and the I forget what this one's called now. Yeah, just the clothed figure. Yeah, but overall, if you've still got a pre-order with MadAboutHorror for the original, 25th anniversary mask, or the Viper, or the Scorched, or the USA, or whatever, I believe it's still valid with them. It's just, remember what I said, March the 21st, we should hopefully know some more, either on the day or after the day, as to whether the stock's finally getting released or they're going to fight even more. That's the main git of it, so to speak. So let me go back to normal. We'll check the chat. Mr. Pete, hello Pirate Pete. Vaxie's understanding. I want my fluorescents and collector set, said Mr. Jordan. I always miss out on the old Devil. The Devil, I'm not sure if they can get more, I'll have to speak to Louise. I'm sure Louise originally said to me, says, we can get hold of some Devils, do you think they'll be okay to sell? I said, yeah. I says, of course people want the Dead by Daylight Devil, and it's part of the problem with the train standards. I says, but yeah, standard Devils, people still want them. I'm not sure if there's any left from whoever she ordered them from, so, fingers crossed, I suppose. And she says, yeah, again, you know, do you think Skellyface would go? I says, oh yeah, there'll be some Skellyface people that want him, definitely. I've no idea of how many Skellies she's got, or how many devils she did have. But, yeah, to say they were 2017 and 18 masks, I thought they were long gone. So, you know, maybe there's hope that there could be some more devils if Mr. Jamil needs to find a couple. It came to around... What's that? Came to around $60 or so after shipping. Oh, you brought a devil, have you, Mr. Jigsaw there? There was a few on eBay, but friggin' 50 odd quid. Yes, that has been noticed by other people as well. Yes. Yes. Other people have noticed that Skellies and devils have recently been purchased and then eBayed almost instantly for stupid prices. So it just goes to show that price gouging is still alive and well among many dickheads, because that's what they are, to say the least. Yeah, I already regret it. Always the way. Should register with MadAboutHorror and try and buy some. Well, yeah, maybe get on to MadAboutHorror, Jamil. Maybe get on. They're always reliable. They'll always refund if there's a legitimate reason, and that doesn't mean, you know, they're very strict on it or anything. You know, they'll refund if there's a problem. And basically, they'll give you good customer service. When I first went to meet Louise and Neil, who run MadAboutHorror, it was bloody years ago. It must have been 2015, 16, somewhere around there. And I remember these people wanted to meet and say hello. They'd seen the Ghostface site. And said, oh, can you bring some masks? You want to come see us and bring some masks up that, you know, fans like. So, you know, like the metallics and the EU stamps. I took them. I took all sorts of masks up. I went to meet them at their house. And I remember I just had this box of all different mask types. And I just explained what they all were and what the fans thought of them in general. And yeah, it went from there. And I think it was just a year or so after the Silver Chrome came, you know, the 25th anniversary of Ghostface, not Scream at the time. And yeah, they got the boxes of them, and they've got other purchases too, figures and anything else they could get their hands on at the time. But personally, my experience with MadAboutHorror, and I'm sure others will definitely agree, is that it's an okay experience to buy with regards to what you're buying from them, the quality of the items from them. Like, sometimes in the past there'd been odd paint problems with metallics, and when I'd been up to see them at the office a couple of times after meeting them, they said, oh yeah, we got these, but we don't want to sell them, because if I was a fan I'd probably moan about it, and I'm sure you won't be happy about it. I think some of these metallics had runs in the paint at the time. On the raised stamp EUs of all the moulds, there's a few purples with some nasty runs, and they said, oh, we can't sell these because we don't want the complaints. I says, oh yeah, you know. So, you know, they were thinking about the fans, and they knew that the fans wouldn't be happy if they were sold that sort of thing, you know, with paint problems. So, you know, they've always got the fans' interest at heart, which is nice. And Louise is Louise. If you've ever met Louise, you'll know she's a nice lady. If you ever come across Neil, you know that Neil was all good. Mark recently left, but if you ever come across Mark, you know that he was a good chap, you know. And I understand there's a couple of different people there now, aside from obviously Neil and Louise. But yeah, it's always been a good experience with MadAboutHorror. And I only spoke to Louise the other day, you know. Poor lady had been ill. I'll just say ill. And yeah, she was slowly recovering. I said, you know, get well soon, get well soon. And I got onto the distributor about the other things going on. I said, oh, give Louise a ring, you know, because she talks to him. So give Louise a ring, you know, she's not too good at the minute. Give her a boost. And I believe they rang her up. I don't know for sure, but he said he were going to. And he was quick enough to put the phone down and finish with me. But who wouldn't be? But aside from that, yeah, I can't recommend MadAboutHorror enough. But also on my website, of course, there's other links on the links page, you know. But some of these links used to do a lot of Ghostface, and they just don't do it anymore. It's bad. It's bad in a way. But Deck the Halls was a new one, you know. Let's have a look here. Into the links. Deck the Halls, again, is in the same position as me, MadAboutHorror, other websites, other shops. But Deck the Halls, Click on the Halloween. Going out of shot here. And then on the deluxe masks. View all. And there they are. So basically, all of what's on that page is what I'm waiting for as well. Aside from the non-Ghostface items. But also, additionally, the metallics as well. Yeah. So they all say pre-order, back in stock soon. I like the way they say back in stock soon. They never had the stock. Ever. They're the same boat as me and everyone else. So back in stock soon in this particular case isn't exactly true. It's more like we wish it's going to be back in stock. Very soon. But yeah, the costumes they did get, of course. Just as other people did. But yeah. There you go. But yeah, deck the halls. You go back to the links. Obviously, Fun World's Fun World. Obviously, that's still live. Carnival costumes used to have quite a lot, but he's out of stock on quite a few items. Again, this chap gets from the same distributor. Same distributor. Crusader Gifts is actually Nottingham based, 10 minutes away from me. Don't do as much stuff anymore. Not hardly as much stuff as what they used to do. I believe there's only 1 or 2 items. Doesn't even come up anymore, look. Bloody hell, don't even bring up hardly anything. Jeez, nothing. It's funny that, because there were some fade in and out masks still there not too long ago. Obviously they've gone. Dragon's Den is another one that used to have a lot of stuff. I don't know what's going on with Dragon's Den, whether COVID's took an impact or whether it's something else. But again, Dragon's Den, same distributor. So again, all these people, all these sites used to do Ghostface, or some not doing it as much anymore. All in the same exact boat. So if these chaps had ordered 25th anniversary, I'm not sure if they did or not. Again, they're in the same situation. Cavity Colours is obviously different. That's the American site, and it's more for apparel and enamel pins, in the past with Ghostface at least. And then, yeah, fan sites and an RJ Torbett suggested charity site, and even a couple of Wes Craven ones with the Audubon here. This was a Wes Craven suggested website as a charity. But there you go. There you go. Hello, Mr. Vince. What's this? Rottweiler? Oh, you passed on buying the devil, did you? Okay, I'm just looking at the comment above there. But yeah, would you give up your Ghostface collection for $5 million? Maybe not all of it. I've still got those 3 masks that I'm still not allowed to show anyone. You know, obviously there's some fans that we know that, you know, have seen them, and there's no pictures, no video, there's nothing allowed to be snapped of them. No recording, no nothing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that sort of price, you probably just let the lot go, wouldn't you? Of course you would. Life changing, you know. I need a new life, you know. In many respects, not the Ghostface side of it, but yeah, I need a new life in some respects. Plastic surgery as well. But, you know, at the end of the day, no one's going to offer $5 million for my collection. And nobody should feel that they even have to either. Because at the end of the day, I keep saying that, but fact being fact, that will never happen. So it's okay saying it and asking it, but it's not going to happen. It's like saying, oh yeah, one day there'll be time travel and anyone can go to wherever they want to go. Of course they won't, you know. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. But yeah, $5 million for a Ghostface collection. It would have to be a serious Ghostface collection. Not that mine isn't, I don't know, serious. I don't know what I'd class my collection. It's an okay collection, yeah. There's people out there with way better collections than what I've got. But I think if anyone was ever going to touch near the $5 million mark, there'd have to be a hell of a lot, if not all, of the screen-used items from all of the films. It's simple as that. You know, but, you know, a Ghostface collection like mine, $5 million, yeah. You've got to be on drugs. And not in a nasty way to Rottweiler there. But, you know, it's $5 million. No. Hello, Melinda. Mask Collector 94. Does anyone know if the Screen 5 DVD will come in a Mask DVD? Well, you know, at this time it's too early to tell, I think. I'm hearing this question a lot just lately. Why are people so concerned about what mask was used in Screen 5? Why? EU stamps. The main base as a mask mould. I had this on a message the other night, and on another message nights before. I was like, why is people so concerned? Not in a nasty way, but why does everyone keep asking about the Screen 5 mask types? Yeah? The main base was EU stamp. Yeah? Resurrection masks, around 20 of them. If you've seen the RJ interview, you know this. I hope some of you have seen it. But around 20 resurrection masks were sent to set, which was confusing at the time because years back RJ told me only 10 was made. But obviously there were more made. I think mine's number 5. But I remember seeing pictures on the interview with Christian Obando recently. He was working on the set of Screen 5. He was one of the crew. And yeah, I think there was like number 14 was definitely on the set. You can see it written on the side of the chin, the side of the mouth, you know. But yeah, the main killer masks for Screen 5 as a base mould was the EU stamp. Resurrection masks, of course, were EU stamp with glossy paint jobs and a very almost a similar quality to a HHN. RJ tweeted, which I asked him about and finally got an answer. It was quite a task, but what a mask. And that was in relation to another EU stamp with a different mix. Bit of a thicker mix. Again, similar-ish to a HHN standard. It is believed that possibly a sparkle hood or two, like in the background there, the 25th anniversary one that's still in UK limbo. But it's believed a couple of those were probably used. On one of the scenes outside, shall we say, where the killer's involved. I don't want to put any spoilers in this, although I have done a spoiler stream before, but let's just say there's an outside scream scene with Ghostface, broad daylight, and there's a screenshot online, somebody got a snap, and you can see 2 hoods. So it's believed that possibly a 25th anniversary sparkle hood mask could have been used. I believe there was some on set. But it's also more than likely confirmed by others as well that there's a few noticeable resurrection masks, which I believe definitely is true. But the main base mould for the movie masks for Screen 5, for the main killer mask, was the EU stamp, again, as the main base mould. So whether, yes, the crew, art department, prop department, whichever one it is, wardrobe, I don't know, altered some, did their own hoods or whatever, I don't know. But yes, resurrection masks, possible sparkle hood masks, and yeah, some masks that RJ would have to have had made, which was quite a task, but what a mask as he described, which had a mix of latex in as well. So main base of an EU stamp, possibly with different shrouds and hoods and even paint jobs here and there because the resurrections were glossy. An ultra-white was only seen in the background of the YouTube clip, which isn't going to really spoil anything. There's like they're looking into stab movies on a laptop and you see a YouTube clip, there's an ultra-white in the background. And then of course this chap, again, which we've not really spoiled anything because it was in the interview with RJ as well and he didn't want spoilers in that. But yeah, this chap was, as you all well know, I'm pretty sure, we've got the bunny rabbit back, look, in the Stab film. So as they're watching Stab on the TV, that's the chap that was used. Before the end credits come flying up, that's the chap that appears, the plastic mask. And now everyone and their mum wants a plastic mask with a full shroud. One question which was asked to RJ that we're still awaiting an answer on. So again, he's been busy, but he is going to phone me tomorrow morning. On the way into Fun World tomorrow, RJ is calling. So we will see if there's any answer on that question. Of course, Scream 6 is greenlit. If you didn't know, then where the hell have you been? But yes, the 6th film is now greenlit and filming will start in summer. So, yeah. Maybe Mrs. Maggie's mask is that one. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I mean, if you could, I don't know, when the digital. I mean, I'm sure many American fans have got it on digital already. But imagine Blu-ray in the future and getting a nice pause on certain shots of Ghostface. I wonder if Maggie could get lucky and catch a glimpse of her mask if it was used. But we don't know for sure if it was used. Remember what RJ said? Yeah? Not in the interview, but on Twitter. All he confirmed with the mask that was sent to fans, that sent in money for the Four Oceans appeal at the time. Obviously, he put that tweet out that said the first, however many fans, I think it was 5 fans, to send $100 for the Four Oceans appeal will get a mask from the set of Scream 5. So from the set, it was on set at all times. Whether used, he didn't know. So whether somebody got the resurrection mask or an ex-resurrection mask, or whether, like Maggie got what she got, whether it was used, we'll never know. Unless they've got some sort of flaw or noticeable mark on the mask and you can then screen match it, then maybe that could be a confirmation. But yeah, I do hope that Maggie, Nate, I think John Valeri got something as well. I do hope that a couple of these fans, or if not all the fans that got something off the set, could possibly screen match it. Then again, remember what was happening on the filming at the time. COVID was in full force. Regulations and rules and everything full force. Masks on everyone, and not the mask that we're thinking of, but obviously the face mask. And just about after every scene, as far as we were told, they were swapping ghost face masks about all the time. Whether they were cleaned and reused, again, who knows? Unless you was on the set, you got some inside info, who knows? So was it, oh yeah, we got this EU mask for this scene, then yeah, chuck it to one side because we've got another one ready to carry on after a break, who knows? Maybe Christian from the set, one of the crew chaps, could give us some information. Maybe he doesn't even know, again. Who knows? Who knows? But yes. Ever since Scream 3, again, the main base from Scream 3 onwards was EU stamps. Yes, there's people that say, oh yeah, ASIS EU stamp or black and red EU stamp, yeah. All the same mould. Just some of them look to have bigger eyes because of the paint jobs, and others have other little differences. I mean, those moulds have had a lot of use over the years. Remember, they stopped in 2017, came back last year for the 25th anniversary sparkles, yeah. And then RJ said on the interview, we don't think we've seen the last of them. So, will they be back this year? Time will tell. I bloody hope so. But yeah, Scream 4 again, deluxe hooded masks, re-hooded by the crew. Again, main base, EU stamps. Of course, there was the TD reshoot mould as well, not just the EUs for Scream 4. But yeah, a lot of people lately, yeah. What masks were used on Scream 5? A chap in my gaming stream the other night. Come in at the last minute. What masks were used on Scream 5? I says, what? I says, why come you asking that? This is gaming stream. And I told him exactly what I've just told all you lot. Funny enough, he didn't really say anything after that. He just disappeared. He was offline. I was like, okay then. He found out what he wanted to know and off he went again. But yeah, again, over 100 masks sent to the set of Scream 5. RJ again said it in the interview. If you haven't watched his interview, you need to get on it. But he said it in the interview. 100 masks or so sent to set. Yeah. Metallics, silver chrome. Of course, silver chrome was in there. Yes, we can't forget that bit. Oil slick was sent, Oil slick never got returned. What little swine's got the oil slick sample, yeah? I had that oil slick at one time. That was in this office. This little room, this poxy little stream room, PC room, game room, whatever you want to call it. That oil slick was in this place. This room. In my possession. For just over a week, I think it was. I need you to send it back. I was like, oh, I don't know, RJ. It's too nice a mask. Come on, you got to send it back. I was like, okay. And yeah, back it went. And then yeah, it went on to the Scream 5 set, which was probably 6 months after I sent it back. But yeah, there was a lot of mass sent to set. And as he said as well, you know, metallics was even sent to set, you know. So metallics, silver chrome, oil slick, yeah, sparkles, the mask that was quite attached, shall we say, the other EU, resurrections. Yeah, of course, unfortunately everyone doesn't like this bit, but yes, ultra whites. You know, but what they're going to send next time, that's what I want to know. They're going to send Pride, Pumpkin, another chrome. Are they going to make something and say, oh, let's try it as a sample and send it in, you know? Who knows? RJ and his samples and his rejects or his tester mask, you know. There've been all sorts all over the years, including these gold ones behind, of course. But, you know, who knows? I honestly believe that for the upcoming film, again, don't quote me because I don't know shit at the minute, but I honestly believe they'll do exactly what they did with the last film with the main killer mask. So I believe whether it's whatever hood ends up on the mask, who knows? Whether they end up changing it, who knows? But I honestly believe the main base, yet again, could well be the EU stamp. So anyone watching this getting excited, again, not confirmed. I'm not an authority of any type, shape, way or form, but it would be daft if they didn't use the EU stamp as a base mould for the next killer mask, bunny rabbits. For the next killer mask in the next film. They knew it was wanted for Scream 5. I'm sure RJ knew it. It ended up being used for Scream 5. I'm sure it'll be back in Scream 6. Or definite fingers crossed anyway. Because it did look brilliant in the 5th film. Close-ups, all these people that made GIF images out of them, you know. Yeah, they do look nice. I think one mistake was made in Scream 5 with regards to the mask use. This is my personal opinion only, okay? Just while I'm on stream, I thought, sod it, I'll say this. If I was ever on that film set and had any authority whatsoever for Scream 5, of course, the time has passed, it's long gone, it's filmed, it's in the can. Okay, alright, okay. If you could time travel back, and for some reason it said, yeah, Tim Wagstaff is in charge of this particular bit of filming, yeah? Yeah? So they say, alright, Tim, you're in charge of the end of the film and the stab scenes. What are you going to do different, yeah? I'll tell you what I'd do. Stab scenes would play out as we see on the little TV in Stu's house. But what mask would be on the killer? Huh? In the stab scenes, this? No! Get rid of it! Give him a damn fantastic, for God's sake. Give some correct reference to the past. It is known, an actual fact, that at least 2 Fantastic Faces Generation 1 masks was on the Scream 5 set. 2. One was Kevin Williamson's, one was another fan's. I'll just say another fan's, yeah? To get perfection on those stab scenes, they could have very cleverly, I'll say, put Fantastics on for those scenes. And it had just topped it off nicely. Beautifully. You imagine the fans' reaction sitting in the screen, cinema, missus at the side, partner at the side, whatever these days, yeah? Fantastic Faces! Look, there it is! They'd have gone nuts. They'd have gone nuts. Look, it's a fantastic, you know, I can imagine it. I can imagine people screaming, bloody pointing, shouting, yeah? Oh, Fantastic Face, Generation 1. It's a Gen 1. Yeah, they'd have gone absolutely nuts. They'd have loved it. What harm would have come to Kevin's mask or the other masks? Probably not a lot. Yeah, I know they're vintage now and they're pricey and the price gouged to hell, but you know. You imagine if they'd have done that. Alright, Tim, you're in charge of this. What we're going to do different. Yeah, honestly, my opinion is they should have used the Fantastics. Just on the brief appearances that we see. Yeah, and at the end shot where you see him, you know, wipe his knife in the plastic mask, I'd have probably just had an EU in place of that instead. EU stamp, get the one that we've been using all the way through the film, flash it up at the end. I wouldn't have had the plastic in it. But that's my opinion. That's my opinion. But you imagine, 2 Fantastics were on the set and they never did anything with them. It's like, come on. It's like starving for a meal, putting down a meal in front of you, saying, go on then, you're starving, eat it. Oh, no, I'm going to leave it. Why? Chow down. Get on it. Let's have a look. I'll catch up with the chat and I think we're going to probably end. Let's have a look then. Yes, I meant the bundle. Okay, if they were going to come back out with the latest mass or the ultras. No, Vaxi, you haven't asked anything nasty or anything wrong. It's okay. It's just I have heard that question a lot lately, and you know what? I should probably be expecting to hear it a lot more as well. But it's fine. You've said nothing wrong. You've done nothing wrong by asking the question. It's fine. You are not in bad books in any shape, way, or form. Maybe Mrs. Maggie's mask again. You know, who knows? I like to think it could have been, definitely. I mean, it was on the set. It was on the set. Do you think we will ever get Scary Movie Killer Mask? I don't know. I mean, again, the interview with RJ, the information's there, and we got told what was fact. You know. 7 types were made for Scary Movie. Only 4 ever appeared in the film. I don't know what the other 3 were ever called either. You know, like the nickname of course. You know, What's Up, Stone, Smiley. You know, Killer. But you know, I wonder what the other 3 were called. Was there ever any names? Did the studio name them? Did the film? Did they give them the names? You know, or was it Fun World that named them? You know, I'm guessing it's probably Fun World. But yeah, unfortunately, as we learnt from the interview, if you have watched it. The killer mask from Scary Movie was basically looked at by the mass retailers. But they didn't think it would sell. So it was never properly produced like we see the other masks today with the stoned What's Up and the smiley. Do I ever think they'd ever do it? I'd like to hope maybe one day there could be a possibility, but again, as collectors, we're at the mercy of the mass retailers. I mean, look at the oil slick. Do you remember what RJ said about that? He liked it. He loved the oil slick, you know. Many other fans loved the oil slick. Some were bitching because it were plastic. I'm like, well, you know, what do you want it to be made out of? The process to make the oil slick effect, you got to have a solid mask. You can't do it on EUs. Not really. Not unless you want a bodge job. Probably melt the mask. But, you know, look at Clive, Burtbench, Mr. Barzilia. I sent him plastic masks when I had a few others in the past. And we tried the oil slick just as a test, and it melted them. Literally melted them. So how Funworld did it, I honestly don't know. There must be obviously a different process, and, you know, they got a couple of samples done. But, yeah, again, remember, that sample disappeared. So somebody via Paramount or the studio or crew or whatever, somebody's got that oil slick somewhere. And the tag on it is actually not a Ghostface mask tag, it's a Ghostface Scary Movie tag turned inside out. So if you look inside the tag, you can see, spoof mask when you try and open up, you know, in the middle. And it was basically a Scary Movie spoofed header tag, flipped inside out, so it was white either side, and then they just tagged it for the trade show at the time. And it just hung there on what looked to be a blank tag because they was unsure what the tag or the header would be at the time. But yeah, mass retailers depict what we get. So I think I'm happy with the mass retailers allowing us to have the sparkle hoods if we ever do get them here. But yeah, with the oil slick and the Scary Movies in the past, you know, the Killer, and even other things we probably missed out on. It's a shame. It's a shame. Because Ghostface, again, as stated in the interview, it's the biggest thing in the world at the minute. That's what RJ said at time of recording. It said in a year it might not be. But as of right now it is, you know. So you'd think that retailers would snap up anything possible. But, you know, one thing that has to happen, Funworld's got to offer the Killer mask again. So they're reintroducing the Scary Movie masks this year It's a shame. Can't we reintroduce the killer? You know, see if there's any bites out there. See if anybody's going to snap it up. And if they do, you know, you got a killer mask. And even better, a real one off the original books. If they use the original book, I would hope they would. Oh, you're all watching me in your house, are you? Oh, bloody hell. So, I'm on your big screen in the living room, am I? That's scary as it is. Never mind if I do this. Jesus Christ, man. I could scare a lot of people just with this ugly thing. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Beth, Zayna, and Toxic Beth, Zayna, and Scottish Lenza. One day I'll own a Gen 1, I pray. Well, the saying goes, Mr. Jigsaw Jordan JP, is that all good comes to those who wait. Bloody hell, I've been waiting a long time, but I don't know whatever's going to come good in my life in the near future. But, you know, shit happens. I'm living proof. Shit happens. See? Me, shit. It happened. In 1977. Here's a scary fact for you. Just think. In my bunny ears, in my production, or during my production between Mummy and Daddy, Exorcist was on at cinemas. Oh, my back's hurting. I can't laugh too much. Yeah, just think, yeah, when this horrible thing was being made, Exorcist was in cinemas. That sort of opens your eyes a bit, you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Christian, definitely, especially because that's the scene from Stab 1. Yes, so it should have been at least a Gen 1 or a Scream 2 mask scene, as that's where we saw. Yes, it should have been an early generation or a vintage mask, definitely. But yeah, if they'd have said, oh, Tim Wagstaff, you're in charge of this particular portion of the film, then yes, I guarantee I'd have said, Kevin, you know, it's probably a mask. Yeah, go on. Nothing will come, no harm will come to it, please, you know. Plus, it's then been used in Scream 1 and Scream 5, you know, so it's been 2 films. Or even the other fan that had the mask on the set, you know. Yeah, let's borrow your mask, yeah. It'll be alright, we'll reshroud it if necessary, you know, but that probably wouldn't have been wanted, would it? But honestly, if I had the power, if I was in charge, which will never ever happen, of course, we know that, but yeah, if somebody had said, right, you've got power of attorney a day of Scream 5, these are the scenes that have got to be filmed, these are what's on the call sheet today, what you're going to do. So right, then plastic masks are gone, get me them fantastics. Thank you very much. And action. It's literally as simple as that. And I'm 100% sure fans would have absolutely loved that. Absolutely loved it. But, you know, it is what it is. Also breaks continuity because we saw parts of Stab 1 and they used fearsomes. Don't say fearsomes, people will be out there ripping your head off. Gen 2s, Gen 2s. Then we saw that scene you were talking about and they used the plastic, the plastic EU. You know, in a way it was nice to see the plastic EU, but at the same time, yeah, for those particular scenes, they should have used what they had on set. The vintage mess. Do that again. Yeah. I don't want to crack your TV screen. It's probably having trouble already. Hello, Rick W. Hello, Gamer Squad. You're as old as my oldest sister. I don't know. Is that a good thing or not? How old are you, Mr. Jordan? Will the 25th anniversary Screamers, will they come back? RJ stated on the interview that he doesn't think we've seen the last of the sparkle hoods in the EU stamps. It's just a question of, will it be this year or will it be next year? Will they continue for a while? We don't know. So we will see. We will see. As I say many times, time will tell. I hope it does come back this year. Go to Crypt Keepers and order one. Oh yeah, Crypt Keepers Emporium now have pre-orders on their website again for the 25th anniversary adult sparkle robe and the 25th anniversary sparkle hooded EU mask. So if you haven't been to Crypt Keepers Emporium, then there are pre-orders there. Just see if it's see if I can find the link here. Bring it on the screen. Where are we? Oh, that's another thing I found earlier as well. It is believed, I say believed, that no zombies ever appeared last year in 2021. Yet earlier on, just looking at Funworld's website, I'll show you. So earlier on, looking at Funworld's website, I did this. Halloween, okay. Accessories. Licensed. And this doesn't appear if you go to Halloween, licensed, and Ghostface. So you go Halloween, licensed, Ghostface, this particular mask type does not appear for whatever reason. But if you go to Halloween, accessories, licensed, then these are what you're going to see. And there he is, right at the bottom, look. He's still here. He's still here. Mr. Zombie. He's still there. So, again, the question is, will this be back for 2022, you know? Because we haven't seen it since 2020. And in 2020, they were very hard to find, although I've still got a couple. But yeah, it doesn't appear anywhere else unless you go, yeah, Halloween, accessories, license, and that's what will bring up this exact page for you. I have also checked catalogue. Unfortunately, no 2022 accessories or costumes catalogue is there as of yet. Aside from that, Crypt Keepers, there you go, this is what we was mentioning. So Crypt Keepers Emporium or Halloween Emporium. If you go to masks and then simply Ghostface masks, this is what pops up currently. So 25th anniversary costume. It says add to cart, and it says there in the text, Ghostface costume will ship May 2022. So it doesn't say pre-order, but I did see a thing earlier on Facebook that said there's pre-orders posted by Dave Douglas that said there's now pre-orders available again for the mask and the costume. But there you go, Zombie Ghostface. See if there's any text on that one. Ooh, yeah. So that's Halloween based, that one. Pre-order exclusive to Crypt Keepers. So that's what it says. Ships at the end of August 2022. So maybe you can get a zombie for 2022 if you go to Crypt Keepers. He should be paying me for this. Scary movie mask. Let's see what text is there. August 2022. MTV mask. I'm not personally bothered about that one. Pre-order end of August 2022 for the pumpkin. I'm guessing it's the same for the Pride. Yes, it is. The Slayer kit, I'm guessing same again. Yes, same again. The Scorched costume, I'm guessing he's got that now. Yeah, I think he has got that now. If you want a Scorched Dead by Daylight Ghostface, there you go. Let's have a look at the Mask and Knife set. May 2022 for the Mask and Knife set. Again, Crypt Keepers Emporium. Devil Face, I believe he's got now. Yes, he has. Fluorescence. There's different dates on this. This says March 2022, so I'm guessing anytime soon. The Butcher Knife, the Machete that glows, DBD, Viper, and the Devil Ear. These are apparently... Oh, he's only got the Vipers according to this on the drop down. Load more. Eerie Embers, aka the Smouldering. 25th anniversary mask. March of 2022. So I think he's expecting these more end of the month. Check with him yourself if you have to, by all means. Metallics, he's got them now. Sad to report, metallics on the stock he's got, which I believe is 2021 manufacture dated, is unfortunately still on the ultra-white molds. I know a lot of people preferred the stock image here that was the raised stamp EU, but they are still ultra-white molds, unfortunately. Which I'm guessing that means mine are as well if they ever get released. USA flag, aka Patriotic Ghostface, is still there. He's got them in stock. Scorch, I believe he's got in stock as well. Yes, he's got the Scorch. I thought he'd actually took a picture of them. Since he's got the stock, I'd have put a real picture up personally. The Ghostface mask here as listed is the standard stock photo of the reshoot, aka TD mold. But yes, this listing is actually for an ultra-white. So don't be fooled by the stock image. This is not a reshoot mask. This is basically what a lot of people tend to use for ultra-white listings. So don't be fooled thinking, oh look, reshoot, I can go and buy 2 of them. You can't, unfortunately. Ghostface plus size costume, $30. So yeah, there's a couple of costumes for standard ones if you want. There you go. Trivia for people that don't know, that actual picture is RJ Torbett in the costume. If you didn't know that, where have you been? But yes, that is actual true fact. That is RJ years ago in the costume, with what looks to be a very strange mask, which I'm not sure if it was a Gen 2 or late Gen 2 or even a HN. I need to see a better quality image. Right, here we go. We'll check the chat and then we'll let you get gone. Let's have a look. Go to Crypt Keepers, he says, and ordered one. Yes. Faxi, I hope they show them the killer mask and it happens. I doubt it, but I hope at least Dave is going to be making killer masks from his screen use. Oh, Dave Sheridan. Yeah, I'm not sure, you know. Personally, if they're going to do a killer mask, I'd like it to come off the original Fun World book, which is in RJ's office still as of even right now. And yeah, even if they have to make a brand new sculpt, at least base it off the book, or at least clone the book, you know, or just do something based off that original book, as they call it. But yeah, I know Dave Sheridan's got them, and there's rumours about him doing this and that. But yeah, if they're ever going to be mass produced and mass retailers just say, okay, we'll have some, then yeah, I'd love it to be off the original book that's in RJ's office. I'm sure he could make that happen there. I thought I had a cat down, but over here then. No, no one's coming. Okay then. Loving the transition scenes. It's just something I tried the other day. I didn't change it back. Oh, you're 33. God, you're knocking on, aren't you? Hey? You're 11 years younger than me. That's a good thing. Enjoy... How can I put it? While you're young or younger, just enjoy what you can while you can, trust me. As you get older, aches and pains start when you don't even really do anything to trigger them off. Hence, having a shower early and my back twinges. I was like, what have I done? What have I done? Let's have a look. Zombie masks are coming back. Yes, that's what it seems to be, yes. I don't know whatever happened to 2021 zombies, but they were never mentioned in anyone's suppliers listings, and that was USA and UK. So I don't know why we didn't get them last year. Yes, just because it says shipping in May doesn't mean it for sure. Yeah. Despite what it says, no offence to Mr. Douglas, Dave Douglas, or Crypt Keepers as a whole, but yeah. Basically, the information on this site is what they've been told so far. So again, it could be subject to change with regards to the shipping. I believe the shipping would probably be more affected with regards to the March 2022 mass, you know, like some of the ones that said, compared to the August 2022 mass, because we all know that USA generally as a whole gets Halloween stock months before October. Or yes, last year was an exception, but yeah, I'm hoping maybe this year that COVID's died off a bit, that maybe the shipping will be a bit more normal, and his August 2022 predictions could be more true with Crypt Keepers, of course. again, as I continue to repeat and say, time will tell. Time will tell. Let's have a look. Looking for a 2010 tag zombie. No, you know, I used to have a couple of those spare, but I think the last one I had went to carry on over a year ago. Not that that was a bad thing, but yeah, I lost quite a few 2010 zombies in trades and sales over the years, and I sort of regret letting earlier ones go when I first got them. But yeah, 2010 zombies, if you're going to find one, expect to be gouged, because them little swines are rarer now and harder to find, and it depends whether you find the hard mould or the soft mould, because little swines out there will depict price differences. Not that there's much difference between them as a mask overall, though. But yeah, there's one that's literally like a stone to hold because it's just solid, and there's one, yeah, that flops because it's thinner. But yeah, unless you get damn lucky, don't expect to find one for a decent price, unfortunately. Gamer Squad wants to be getting a spoof mask just because it says shipping. Yes, I've got that one. Need one of the darker zombies. Been waiting on fluorescence from him since August. Yeah, I will say, in Dave's defence, basically it's similar to what the distributor says to me sometimes. They'll get told this and get told that, and then for whatever reason there's a delay or a problem. I mean, with the UK we know there's a major problem at the minute, but yeah, sometimes we're at the mercy of what people tell us, and I believe that's the same in Dave's case. But yeah, you get told one thing, next thing you know, you've got your hopes up and you think, yeah, my masks are going to be coming, and then the phone will ring, and then, oh yeah, another delay, yeah, another month. You're like, for God's sake. Yeah, it does happen. It does happen. It's happened to me many times in the past. Just so many masks to collect, yeah. If you want a hard plastic mask, that's the costume to get. Yes, with regards to the one that RJ was in the picture of, yes. Watching these videos makes me want to start screen collecting. You're only 13, bloody hell. Only trying to get a Gen 1, then I'm at $10,000, yeah. Well, welcome to the teenage world if you're 13. Remember that these masks are recommended for ages 15 and up. So wait another 2 years. Hey, Vaxi. But yeah, in all seriousness, don't be fooled by these people with high prices. It is possible to get vintage or generation 1 or 2 masks for lower prices. The only thing with that is you got to be damn lucky or know the right fans. Sometimes it can be a trade and part money, and other times it can be just a solid trade mask for mask. My mask in the background here, the White Fantastic, that was originally a trade, you know. I had a Pink Fantastic that was a different mould, which was one of the more solid pinks. Not a floppy pink, if that makes any understanding there. But I had a Pink Fantastic and I wanted a White Fantastic. And this fan said, look, you know, what are we going to do? I says, well, we'll do a trade, mask for mask. No money. Says, you do postage, your end, I'll do postage, my end. And he goes, mask for mask. I says, yes, mask for mask. Says, you get the pink, I get the white. He goes, okay. Mine wasn't tagged, his wasn't tagged. That's a fake tag on there. It's a replica tag with lots of mistakes on purpose. And that's it. It was mask for mask. Simple as that. The only thing that fan did not tell me at the time is that that pink fluorescent was therefore going to complete his fluorescent set. So he already had the green and an orange and just needed the pink to finish a set, but he didn't tell me that because there may have been a little price increase there because I was helping him complete a set. Even so, later down the line, would you believe, the pink came back. There it is. Yes, the pink returned. My very first pink ended up back with me. So all on that little peg there, Fantastics, a more sort of vintage mask, which is not a lot of them, unfortunately. It's not all full of vintage masks. There's a few ultra whites on there, if I remember correct. But yeah, again, that was a few years ago, and things were a bit more sensible. But yeah, mask for mask is possibly rarer now. But vintage Gen 1 and Gen 2s now are just stupid price. It is what it is, and unfortunately I'd like to change it, but I'm not in any authority whatsoever to do anything to change it. It's just the world. We'd all love to have cheaper vintage masks, but, you know, that's like saying, you know, I want to be a millionaire tomorrow. It's not really going to happen, is it? You know, and even if you end up a millionaire, it's not going to be in 24 hours unless you get lucky on the lottery. But again, would that happen? But yeah, the pink mask for me was actually sold by I don't know why the fan sold it. I think he sold most of his Ghostface later down the line. But yeah, he sold his collection, and this pink mask ended up with another fan. And RJ had signed it inside. I think it says Ghostface Forever inside, and RJ signed it at the side of the mouth. So it says Ghostface Forever on the back of the mouth, and then at the side just below, inside, I think it's RJ's signature. And somebody had posted about this pink, said, oh, this pink mask, it's signed inside. Anyone know anything about it? And somebody noticed it, said, oh, that's Tim Wagstaff's old mask. Because, oh, do you think he'll want it back? I was like, yeah, I do want it back. So I had to do a trade of a couple of masks and some money. I think it was $100. HHN number 249, which was hard to let go. I used to have 248, 249 and number 11. I've got obviously the same mask but no 249. And I believe I seem to think that there was a scary movie set in there as well. You know, Smiley, Stoned and What's Up. He had some sort of want for those types. If I remember the deal correctly, I may be wrong, but he had about 6 masks and $100, and all I got back was the pink. But I didn't care, it was my original pink, you know. So we ended up with it back. People asked questions, they said it was my original mask. And yeah, my only question is why did the other fans sell it, you know? Why was it split and not sold as a set? But I don't know all the details. But I got it back, that was the main thing. Hello, Martin Bell. Let's have a look. When I was 13, I was chasing tail. How'd you get on? I think when I was 13, it was peak Scream 2 hysteria over it. When I was 13. When I was 13, it was 1990. So there was nothing really horror-wise good at the cinema. We had Home Alone, you know. Home Alone was good, you know. Quite a few of the 90s films were brilliant. We've just seen Ghostbusters 2. You know, alright, there's opinions on that, but, you know, 90s wasn't a bad thing. But yeah, want to probably Scream in cinemas, or even Scream 2 in cinemas, that I was chasing, shall we say. This stream's taking a different route here, and I'll just get back on course. What you like do in your spare time, that's your business. What is the normal price for a Fantastic Faces Scream Generation 1 mask today's market? There isn't one. Despite what they're typing in the chat, there isn't a normal price. They're just gouging prices, it's simple as that. And I don't care who watches this and has an opinion on it. That's my opinion. You're gouging gits. Simple. I don't care whether it's original tag, replica tag or no tag. You're gouging gits. There's a 2010 zombie on eBay. Just checked who wanted it. They're currently bidding. All of all masks, HHN is number 1 I'm after. I'm sure you'll find one someday, says Jamil. Didn't you say you were ending this soon? Yeah, trust her to say that. You remember what this is, Beth? You remember what this is? This was meant to be toxic, wasn't it? This is you. Toxic Beth in mass form. Okay, Beth. Are you there? Northerner. Come on. Let's have that phone light up. What you got to say? You northern git. I'm not northern, you're northern. Oh, dear. But yeah. $175 is a bit steep to me for us. $175, is that what it's up to? Misery released in 1990. There's opinions on Ghostbusters 2, Blasphemy. Yeah. That painting was scary. The painting was, yeah. He was a scary looking git, wasn't he? Yeah. Tremors was 19. Yeah, Tremors was good. That was a good film, that. Yeah. Yeah. Love those half and halves. Yes, don't we all? Don't we all? Oh, me back. Me back. Fucking hell, man. Seriously. Just cut myself that. You see, you make one move in here and sometimes a lot of stuff falls down. I'm just going to have a look on this peg here. Oh, here you go. Here's a rare one for you. There you go, 2018. There you go, just over my head there, look, perfect. So that's a raised EU stamp that they use from approximately 2011 or 12 until 2018 for metallics. Very rare to find on a white mask. And that is not a sparkle metallic either, that's a normal white mask. There you go, another rare one. German. Earth. Remember that name, Earth. Yeah? What is this? What is this? I'm waiting for the first person to type 2 words and say, yeah, ultra white. Sort of, yes. Yes. This is an ultra white with a padded fringe. So the streamers at the side of the mass. I can't really show you because I'm holding these mass tag. Let's have a look. There you go. So from there. So remember the level where the finger is, yeah? Round to there. That's all padded. So padded fringe 2012 Ultra. Why these exist, I have no idea. Very rare to find. Are out there, people have found them even recently, but normally to be German origin for whatever reason. Right. White sparkle metallic. Blanked out logos, blanked out copyright. That's probably what some of you thought the first mask was, white sparkle metallic, because this is the same mould. But this is a white sparkle metallic. This is reject slash sample slash Australian purchase off eBay years ago, sent to me by another fan with a few others at the time. They've all gone now. These were out of a reject bin that should never come out of the bin. This one is just standard ultra white. 2017, so no need to really go over that one. Again, 2020 ultra white. I'm just getting down to the fantastics here. 2020 ultra white. I can't remember why I put all these ultras on here. 2018. Ultra, but this has got a weird variant to the tag. It's got a nice different gradient on the colour there. Instead of the gradient going from top to bottom, it goes from left to right, or right to left, depending how you look at it. So, strange gradient on the tag. Oh dear. Oh yes, sod. That one. That one. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not going to leave a mess. I've actually chipped my thumb on the edge of that bloody stab blade. which is actually blunt as well. So yeah, I'll just show you a couple of these, then I'm going. It's simple as that. Because more than likely the missus will be back soon. Right. So I'm just going to show you 3 Fantastics. Okay, Bethany. Okay. Chubby's Games. Beth Simpson in the chat. Okay. Up to your standard. Yeah. Okay. You sure? Okay. You sure, Beth? You sure? She'll understand. Okay. So yeah, this is for what's it called in the chat as well, if they're still here. Vaxi. Vaxi. This was the pink Fantastic I first owned that wasn't tagged. Again, fake tag. Fake tag. On purpose. This is literally just for hanging the damn thing and looking the part. Yeah. So this was approximately maybe between 140 UK pounds or between 170, somewhere like 140 to 170 UK pounds. Yeah. So under 200 pounds. Generation 1 pink Fantastic. 9207 is the main item number, which all fluorescents are. And this was, I think this was 2013, 14, 15 at the very latest, maybe 13 or 14. So that was approximately £200 maximum in them times. Yeah, my first ever Fantastic was this. And I remember getting it and saying, RJ, you know, I'm going to send you a mask. What are you sending? What for? I says, can you please sign it? It's my first Fantastic. Okay. There you go. Ghostface Forever. Oh, I got it the wrong way round. Yeah, Ghostface Forever on the side and RJ on the back of the mouth. I thought it was the other way round. But yeah, Ghostface Forever, RJ Torbett. There you go. This particular mask is what is described by some, with regards to the mould, as the double dimple mould. Basically a dent in the bottom and a dent in the middle of the mouth that's very prominent. Other notifiable features if you look close at it. Anyway, later down the line, I've still never had an orange, but later down the line, I actually did a trade of this with Ryan Hills. Of all the people, Mr. Hills. And this was a very good trade, which I'm not going to say what the trade was, that's my business. But yes. This is the same mould. This is a different mould to what you've just seen with the pink. So this is what some have named a Splotch Mold, or I'll personally say a Splat Mold, or just a thin Fantastic in some respects. Dent in the bottom, little splatty splotch in the middle, and very bendy. Pink mask, not as bendy. Unfortunately, the hood's seen better days, so I might have to send it to Carrie Ann to repair it. She'll watch this back and go, oh, do you want to send me that mask? I said, yeah, maybe. The one thing I like with this is the fact that this sticker's still inside. There you go. Gold sticker. It looks silver on here, but it's gold. Made in China. And one also additional fact that many fans like about early fluorescent vintage masks is the fact that it's not a white mask with a spray job like later fluorescents were. There's one just off camera, an orange one. Yeah, these were basically all the same colour inside and out. Of course, same with the pink, as you've just seen. And then, yeah, to this chap. We're coming to an end soon, so don't worry. Again, this is the same mould as the green that you've just seen, although you probably look at them and think, oh, they look a bit different. They do look a bit different in the eyes. That green needs a serious reshape, proper arse kicking. But yeah, again, fake tag. Again, Fake tag. I mean, how many tags have got cutouts like that on the holes? Yeah. Again, fake tag. That's done with a single hole punch just from one side. Again, solely for displaying, solely just for hanging the damn things on. If these ever get sold, then the tags will be removed. Simple as that. I'll burn them, I don't care. But yeah. So yeah, first ever pink, first ever green, first ever white. Just need to find a bloody orange. Again, look how flimsy it is. Yeah. And then the pink, not as bad. Right. I shall put them back on. Oh, also a small micro size fact. People know this on the stream before, I've already mentioned this I think, but yeah. For Vaxi, who's a young wannabe collector I'm sure, or whatever you want to call yourself, this particular mask, this particular Fantastic, was used as reference for the Sideshow Ghostface figure. So next time you look at the Sideshow Ghostface figure, this is not exactly the same as this, but there's a lot of reference of this particular mask used for the figure. There was also another Fantastic faces used for reference, which was my genuine tag Fantastic, which is behind here in the corner, which I'll just leave in its box for now, in its frame. But yes, used in reference for the Sideshow Collectibles figure. Somebody did comment recently on Instagram, it didn't much look like your mask. I'm like, well, fine. It's not exact, but trust me, it was used. Which was nice to have just a small, 0.1% involvement in that project. Again, I can't claim anything. It's it's not my fault. It was. It's nothing to do with me that they made a Sideshow figure. All I know is I was asked if I could send them across. I said yes, by all means. I got them back a little while afterwards. So I'm not trying to brag or be big-headed, but I was just glad that I had just a small breadcrumb piece of involvement. Right. It doesn't want to sit in its stand anymore now. It's the same both ways. So yeah, from the standee of the inside cinema scenes in Scream 2, this isn't a real knife from Scream 2, of course. It was only on a cardboard standee, but yes, that knife, Burt Bench Designs, Clive Barzilia. There you go. So based off the standee that you see in the background of the cinema foyer in Scream 2. No. It's all a bit too much of a hassle to get the Tag Fantastic out. I don't think people are that bothered. Right. Let's have a look. You have an orange EU. I've got an orange EU. Mr. Hills sent it over recently with the 25th anniversary Sparkle Hood. And a couple of costume inserts, I believe, which we haven't completed the trade yet because we've been waiting on this UK stock. But yeah, I've got an orange EU. I did have a green one with a couple of problems around the eyes, and I've let that go to somebody else. So I need a green EU again now, because I wanted one that was brighter. Here we go then. I think I have one of those, the white metallic. Yeah, send me some pictures, Jamil, and I'll have a look. Get a close-up, because some of these white metallics... Bunny's back again, look. Some of the white metallics aren't as sparkly as you may think, and others don't have any sparkle whatsoever, and others have a lot of sparkle. And some don't even have the blanking out of the copyright or the logos on the tags, which is, again, very strange. And even some of the samples and rejects RJ sent me, like the silver mass, the manufacture dates don't match up. It's just like they had a couple of tags and just, yeah, use them, put them on the mass. It's weird, very weird. I've got masks on tags where the tags shouldn't be on it, basically, because the manufacture dates make no sense as to when the mask was created. It's very strange. But they've always been via Funworld that I've got them, not off eBay or anything. How was your experience? Bloody hell. How was your experience? Watch it, Beth wants this to end soon. Easy on the questions, and Bethany wants this to end. How was your experience going to RJ's office and seeing the killer mask mould with the other mask moulds? It was one of those days where you didn't want it to end. That's the only way I can put that. You woke up and you was excited. We're going to Funworld. We're going to Fun. You know what the nasty bit was? Is we woke up. I mean, the missus is the missus. You know. She came with me, but she was like, "Well, yeah, we're going to Funworld." It's not her interest, so she wasn't as bothered. I says, "Do you realise how lucky you are?" "What do you mean?" I says, "Well, the amount of fans that would love to take your place and see his office, see what's in it and see what he's going to tell us, and if he's going to show us any special mass. If just to sit in Funworld, Again, I'm not trying to be big-headed, but I said to the missus, I says, think yourself damn lucky, I says, you go in Funworld, this doesn't happen with any fan. I've not heard of any other fans going there. Maybe they have, I don't know. Maybe in the past, maybe in the future. Honestly, I've no idea. But it was either 3 or 4 in the afternoon we had to meet him, or we had to go there. In fact, that was it. Did we get a taxi? Yeah. We was in Long Island at the place called Port Jefferson. Port Jefferson was the place we was there. We were staying because that's where RJ's books was based. And he said, "Oh, if you stay there, it's a really nice village, blah, 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 blah," which it was. It was very nice. He says, "But plus, if you get a taxi from Port Jefferson to Carly Place, or Carl Place, however they say it, where Funworld's based," he says, "it won't be too far and it won't cost too much." And I honestly can't remember now. I've got all the New York footage on my computer. But I'm trying to think whether he picked us up or whether we got a taxi there. I'm probably thinking we got a taxi to Funworld. And the chap was like, "Where are you going?" I'm pretty sure it was a taxi. I said, "Oh, we're going to," you see it on the back of the tags, Voice Road. So we're going to Voice Road, Carplate. "You want to go?" "That's an industrial estate." I was like, "Well, yeah, that's where we're going." And I remember there's one little bit of small footage of me and the missus. And I filmed her, and I says, "Where are you?" She goes, "We're here." I says, "What?" I says, "Where's here?" She goes, "Some strange place." And she was messing about. I says, "What's the strange place?" She goes, "I don't know." And I think then we swapped and she took the camera off me and filmed me. I says, "Here we are, Funworld, East Unlimited Inc., And it was surreal. But we had to wait, so you're excited all day. From night, you wake up 7, 8 in the morning, 9 o'clock you're walking about Port Jefferson. And you've got to wait almost all day into late afternoon before you can go there, which was arranged. He says, I think it was either 3 or 4 p.m. He said, "You'll come here 3 p.m. or 4 p.m, whichever it was." I said, "Okay." We got there, got the taxi. Taxi goes, and we walk down this long, it's like a driveway, but it isn't a driveway. It sounds weird. You go to Google Street View, you can see it. But you walk down the side of this building at the front, and then there's a building at the back, and that's basically Funworld, East Unlimited Inc. And we saw these little double doors, and that's the reception. And we go in, this woman here, "Hi, how are you? How you doing? Oh, I love your accent." I was like, "Oh, do you?" So I told the missus that. Who are you here to see? I said, "Oh, we're here to see RJ." "Oh, really?" Yes. I was like, "Yeah, yeah. Has he not told you?" And yeah, she phones RJ. RJ comes down, and we get shown a few different things, a few different officers, a few members of staff, which I honestly can't remember who I met. Not allowed to film, not allowed to take pictures, which is okay. It's an honour just to be there. I remember meeting several staff up above, and then we went down a level to like the ground level. Because as soon as you go in the lobby, there's the reception. Then RJ took us straight upstairs where his office is, and there's a load of officers upstairs. And I just remember as we got there and thinking, Jesus, this doesn't feel real. I don't want this to end. I really didn't. So yeah, you meet these people, and I went to the lower level, and then there's a woman says the same thing. "I love your accent." I was like, "Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, should I stay here for a bit?" "Oh, I don't mind." I was like, "Yeah." And RJ's like, "No, come on." Like, okay then. And we went to his office, and of course, that's where I got to see the gold hood with the white mask. That's where he let me have that mask. I don't know. We were just talking, and he was showing us some masks, and I think he showed me some Ghostface polo tops, which he gave me a couple. I've still got them. It basically had the Ghostface logo on one side of your chest. I think it said Scream 4 somewhere else. If I remember correctly. They're in the other room. And then, yeah, he pulls out this gold hooded mask with a gold hood with white mask. It's, behind. And what do you think of that? I was like, "What?" I said, "Oh, yeah, interesting, I said, "What's this? What's the story, Because it was 2013 at the time. He says, "Well, this year is, 50 years of Fun World." I said, "Oh, yeah, okay, yeah." Which I'd totally gone blank about at the time. He says, "I had it made to see what it looked like. I didn't like it." I was like, "Oh, okay." I says, "It looks okay." I says, "It's different, definitely, yeah." I says, "I've never expected to see Ghostface with a gold hood." I says, "But in reference to what it's, been made for, then yeah, it looks okay. Yeah. Would you like to have it?" I was like, "Oh, shit." And I was like, "No." "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, I says, I don't want a freebie." Cause he'd already gave me a HHN when I saw him at a different time in Long Island. Like days before, he gave me number 248. That's where, I said, "Bring a HHN, I've never seen one." And then, yeah, after a meal with him, he said, "Oh, I'm going to let you keep it." I said, "Bloody hell." And I felt so horrible after that, because it was like I conned him out of the mash, I hadn't, it's just how he is. He's got that giving side, but it's always unexpected, especially when you meet him. But I says, "Oh, can I just look at HHN?" And he goes, "Yeah, okay, I'll bring one down." And yeah, he gave it me, and I was like, "Fucking hell." I felt horrible. I know you're thinking, "Oh yeah, you big-headed bastard, yeah, you got HHN, yeah, you kissed arse." I didn't kiss arse, but I felt shitty. I was like, "Fucking hell." I don't know, it was a weird feeling. But, it was a HHN, people didn't really know them at the time as much as they do now, and how sought after they've become. So yeah, and he said with his gold mask with the gold hood with a white mask, he said, "Would you like to have it?" I says, "No." He's like, "Why?" He says, "You give me an HHN." I says, "That's enough." And I says, "I know you like your charity." I said, "I tell you what," I said this on stream before, but I says, "I tell you what, RJ," and I went into me American Money, and I can't remember if it was a $50 bill. I'm not rich, but we had all sorts of bloody money, all sorts of bills. I don't know whether it's 2 20s and a 10 or whether it was a 50. I don't know. But I says, "Look, I tell you what, I'll accept the mask. Here's $50. Put it to your charity what you want to put it to." I says, "It's not a freebie." I says, I can't take it after a HHN. I says, $50. And he was so reluctant. He was like, okay. And he reached over and, I gave him the cash. I says, "Just put it to whatever charity, the Brooke Jackman, the Cancer Research." I says, "Whatever you want, just something for that gold mask, you know, gold hood, white mask. So he agreed on that. Says okay. And yeah, he'd already let me say, oh, there's a couple of polo tops, you can have these, and I've still got them. But I just felt so horrible. But at the same time, it was surreal. You know, you're in that office. That's where it all happens. And I didn't see Alan Geller. I believe Alan was in China at the time. Stanley Geller, I believe, was at home. He wasn't in the office as much at that time. I don't know the full reasons. So, unfortunately, I didn't see any of the Gellers. I'm not sure if I met Frank McGovern. You know, if I met him and he's going, oh, charming. I just remember meeting 2 or 3 people on the upstairs. And possibly maybe 2 people on the lower bit. And there's this lady in this room. And this room was so deep, you know. And everywhere you looked, there were just costumes and packaging. Sleeves for the inside, you know, the cardboard prints. I was like, look at all this. And she was in like, it was a normal square room, but to me it felt like a U shape, because you had racks, and then obviously the way in. And she there doing whatever she was doing with these costumes, and I love your accent. I was like, yeah. How long you been over here? And I was like, oh, I think we've been there about a week at the time. We was there for 11 days in total. And honestly, I literally didn't want it to end. We ended up going back upstairs, and I remember in the downstairs bit there's like a loading bay, and he pointed, was in the loading bay, and he says, you see all that there? And I was like, yeah, what's that? He says, that's the outside of my office. I was like, oh shit, and you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, it sort of adds up, It's a long office. He's got quite a bit of a square footage. It doesn't look like nothing on the interview because he's got his background on. But yeah, it's a long office. It's not your standard little box like what I'm sat in now. Yeah, we went back to the office, and I think that's when the gold mask come up, or the gold hood with a white mask. And yeah, the polo tops. And I would just, I don't know. It's almost like when you're starstruck, you meet someone you didn't think you'd ever meet, and you're like, gee, I'd met him days before, we'd had a meal with him days before, we'd seen him at the Port Jefferson Library days before that, we'd seen him a couple of times. And then, yeah, to finish off the day before the holiday ended, it was, let's go to Fun World. And I think I've said this on stream before, but it came to unfortunately, the end of the visit. And he says, okay, I'm going to take you back to Port Jefferson now. I've finished at the office. You're coming with me. I says, okay. He was actually in a hire car at the time because, as he said on the interview, he had an accident. Remember, he was T-boned. Him and his missus got T-boned by a drunk driver. That's what I think of the driver, Tosser. But yeah, him and his missus almost got killed, This was weeks before me and the missus visited. He never told me. I was like, shit. He'd never said shit about this accident because he had his shoulder. He said his shoulder was almost. I think his shoulder hurt him at one time. I was like, I says, RJ, what you done? I says, what's up with your shoulder? What's happened? He says, you okay? And he told me about the accident. I says, why didn't you tell me this before? Oh, there's so much going on. And there was, again, then, even in 2013, there's so much going on. Anyway, we get in the car. Again, hire car. Nice car for what it was. And he starts to drive us back to Port Jefferson. And I just remember thinking, shit, that's it, finished. End of day. And he said, how are you getting home? I said, what do you mean? He says, how are you getting to the airport? I said, oh, okay. What airport? I said, oh, JFK. He goes, oh, okay. He says, how are you getting there? I was like, taxi. A taxi? I was like, yeah. I says, we've ordered a taxi, yellow cab, whatever they are. I think the one we ordered is actually white. Not that it mattered. But he says, no. He says, you're not doing that. I said, what are you talking about? He says, how much is it costing? And it was costing over $100. I forget the exact cost. But, we'd not spent a lot of money on the overall visit. We got some souvenirs and some presents and that, and some clothes and New York baseballs and, even some stuff from my brother and sister that they'd specifically asked for from FDNY, you know, the fire department in New York, because they do merchandise. And yeah, he literally pulled over in this random car park, and he says, "You're not going home in a taxi." I says, "Well, you know, it's okay, don't worry about it." And he picks up the phone, and I think it was on a hands-free. I can't remember if it was he called it a cellular phone, not a mobile phone. Anyway, he dials, and this noise comes through the speakers, and you know, ring, 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 and I'm like, here we go. And no one's answering. I'm like, oh, well, you know, no one there, it doesn't matter. I say, it's okay, RJ, we'll get home, you know, we'll get to JFK, it doesn't matter. And he hung up. And minutes later, the phone rings on his hand. So he was sat there a couple of minutes talking with us. He says, oh, they may ring back. I says, okay. I says, you don't have to do it, mate. I says, we've had enough. HHN, gold hood, white mask, you know, charity donation, the polo tops. It was a hell of a day. Hell of a day. I was like, don't end. Don't end. Oh dear. I don't know. Sorry. I'm coming back. Yeah. Things have been so shit here lately. Let's talk about this. It's weird. Because at the time things were normal in this house. So yeah, to talk about this now is weird because things in this house have been shitty lately. And this was a good time, you see. Anyway, the phone rings and we could hear it through the speaker. Yeah, it's this. It was a limo company. Fucking limo. A limo company. Shit, you know. Hi, RJ, how you doing? I was like, what? Who's this? We stayed quiet. We didn't know what to say. You know, someone out there somewhere may say, oh, he's boasting. I'm not. It was unexpected. This limo company says, oh yeah, what do you need, you know? So I need you to pick up someone from Port Jefferson, you know. I can't do the accent. But I need you to pick up someone tomorrow morning, you know, 4 a.m., 6 a.m., whenever it was. I was like, shit, you know. Limo company. I was like, you fucking shitting me. So yeah, the phone hangs up. It's not a nasty memory, it's just things have been shit here lately. It's just making me think of a time when it wasn't shit. So we carry on. We carry on. We end up back at Port Jefferson. Aye. That was it, you know. End of day. Me and the missus. got treated. I think she appreciated it. You know, she into Ghostface fan. She knows what Ghostface means to me, and the films. She don't mind the films. But that was it. End of day. I was like, fucking hell, what a day, you know. All that time to wait. Then you get there and you're excited. And yeah, you meet these people with American accents, obviously. You know, you do stuff that people have never done. I don't know of any other fan that's been invited there. And again, I'm not being big-headed. But when he first got in contact in 2010, he says, if you're ever in New York, let me know. You can come and have a full tour of Fun World. I says, oh, okay. Because I didn't think it'd ever happen. You know, you don't expect it. And in 2013, it was 10 years of me and the missus being together, you know. We never had a holiday, ever. Never been anywhere. So she says, you know, let's go to New York. You can go meet RJ. I says, well, yeah. I says, if he's available, I says, he's crazy busy. His favourite phrase at the time, it's crazy busy. There's so much going on, which, you know, you heard him say, on the interview. Yeah, you know, so we went and we arranged it and we got to see him in Fun World. And some of these little shits out there will say, oh yeah, he's just a big-headed bastard that licks arse and he's creeping and he takes the piss telling everyone. No, I'm not. It's an experience that was rare, enjoyable, unexpected with regards to what gifts he would literally give you. They would make you feel guilty as hell. And it was just one of them points in life where you make the most of it, you know. You make the most of it. Enjoy while you can, you know. I could have been dead a week later in a fucking car accident. Who knows? Could have been dead a week later. I'm not. Obviously, I'm here. But, you know, what if something would have happened? Like what happened to RJ? Someone who then took me out in a car and killed me. And literally had killed me, you know. Enjoy while you can. Appreciate while you can. So, yeah, we get back to Port Jefferson. This is a long one. This only meant to be a short stream. Anyway, we get back to Port Jefferson, and that's it. Say goodbye to him, the high car. The high car. Car don't give a shit. But, you know, it was weird being in an American car and hearing the engine noise and, you know, this car that we got no clue what it is. Well, what is this car? Was it a Taurus? Was it something? You know, what was it? I can't remember what it was. I've got footage of it on video. You'd probably be able to name it if I showed it to someone. But the footage is considered private, and he speculated that as well. So I can't put the footage online, which is okay, because they're my private memories. But, you know, we shook hands, I seem to remember. I was like, yeah. Thanks for what you did. Thanks for the visit, the Fun World, the masks, the polo tops, you know, like polo t-shirts, not sleeved. And it was heartbreaking to see him drive off. Just remember thinking, oh well, if that was a day you could have again, you'd do it again. So yeah, you know, the day carries on. We had something to eat, I believe. And end of holiday. I remember we had to go to bed because we had to get up early. I can't remember where it was up at 3 a.m, 4 a.m, or 6 a.m. It was something stupid. But, you know, back to JFK. And I remember waking up. Mrs. waking up, getting everything ready. Make sure I've not left anything behind. I says, please don't leave that HHN on the bed. Don't lose that gold hood mask, you know. Don't lose whatever else I'd been buying from the Spirit Halloweens and all the other shops I'd seen over there. I remember I got a Zombie Deluxe from over there, collector's edition. a couple of ultralights just for the sake of it. And yeah, we had everything. And next thing you know, there's this knock on the door. I was like, shit, this is it. This is a bleeding limo. And we go outside. This big, massive. This has never happened before, not ever since. But this is big black limo. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he wants to send me to JFK in a bloody limo. Seriously? Again, you feel like a spoilt bastard. So you're getting this. We see the driver, and he's as friendly as RJ, Hi, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, you want a picture? Yeah. Oh, you got a video camera? Should I film you again in the car? I was like, I says, I can't remember what we did. I can't remember what we did. It's on video somewhere. I know I think he got a picture of us, or even a little bit of video as we got in the car. He was so friendly. I was like, Jesus, why can't everyone be like him and RJ? Just have that personality. Just generous, welcoming, friendly, outgoing, bubbly, cheerful. And anyway, we get in the car, and where you from? How you doing? How long you been here? Blah blah blah. I was like, geez, this is like a backwards conversation here. We should have had him on the way in. It was weird. It was weird. But yeah, we're there, and he's driving along, and it was 2 hours to the airport. Port Jefferson to JFK was 2 hours. I was like, we got 2 hours in this bloody limo. And you look around, there's screens, glasses, drinks, TV, satellite, whatever else. I was like, you just felt so out of place. I was like, we shouldn't be here, Not that we're bad people, but, this isn't right. It's wrong. And we're not ungrateful to him, because we paid the same price as what we would have paid the taxi. RJ did a deal. Says, they're paying this much to go with this taxi company. I said, no, we'll do a deal. No, give us the same money, you can have the limo. I was like, shit, Again, you felt like such a bastard. Thinking, are we conning someone here? Is this a dodgy deal? Not RJ's dodgy deal. Should we be doing this? It was so weird. And we sat on the back seat, and you just look down, you got this like a bloody moving corridor, and of course it's a limo, and leg room, Jesus Christ, you could have got 50 of me in there, even at the size I was then, which was bigger than what I am now, heavier. But it was so weird. And then I remember we got to JFK. Who asked this question? We got to JFK. It was Vaxie, wasn't it? Thank you, Vaxie. But we got to JFK, and he's there, video camera, pictures, and you're welcome, have a good trip, yeah, come back soon. I was like, okay, if you're going to pay for it, mate. And it was horrible to leave, the last few days. We went for 11 days, and the last 4 was solely in Port Jefferson. The other 7 was all in New York City. But after I think the second or the third day, we met RJ in Port Jefferson. So we arrived on a Friday. The Sunday we met him for the first time. In the week we saw him again with a HHN and a meal. And then, into the start of the last 4 days, or the last 2 days left, we saw Fun World, Jesus Christ, man. It was just... It's just surreal. Just surreal. And I remember getting on the plane thinking, Jesus, will we ever get to do this again, ever? See Fun World again, see RJ again, shake his hand again. I mean, the interview was the interview. That was beautiful, I'm honoured that he let me do it, but when you're there in the building where it's been, taking place all these years, you're like, Jesus, it's an industrial building, and it doesn't. It's not like Disneyland. You go and you're like, holy shit, look at this. Not in any offence to Fun World, but you sit in that office and you think, this is where things happen. This is where decisions are made. Deals are put together. Phone calls are done with film studios, TV studios, Sopranos, Paramount, Miramax, And it was so weird being in that little space. And God, the amount of paperwork that was on the desks. That's all his work. And we did that on a test call recently. the test call, there was no background on, and I was spotting things. And he was like, no, you didn't see that. I was like, I did. But yeah, it's just busy all the time. And people don't always understand that. And I didn't understand that until I saw The Office. But honestly, I mean, in The Office, the phone was ringing. He had to answer it, only a couple of times. Hang on a second. And, hello, yeah. And, it talks to whoever it was. We met his assistant, who's still his assistant now. It was just so... I didn't want it to fucking end. I didn't want it to end. It was the 10th of October, I believe, 2013. And I was thinking, can this day just last forever, In a way, sort of no, because I'll never get home and see my cats again. But, for the enjoyment that day gave, it was priceless, And now, in case anybody thinks it or asks it, there was no apparent secret vault. I didn't see every bit of the building, of course. I didn't get a full tour of every nook and cranny, but I saw a lot. And no, there was no apparent secret vault or stash away with boxes of Fantastics and Fearsomes and ASIS and whatever else from the past. As far as I know, I never saw anything. Because some people say, I bet there's a safe with Fantastics. I was like, you know what? I don't even remember seeing anything remotely like that. So, But yeah, that was a hell of a question from Vaxi there. I think it was Vaxi, but yeah, it's just a bit daunting to talk with regards to stuff going on here lately compared to what stuff was like back then. Problems that exist at the minute under my roof or under her roof never used to have any existence in the past, but it was a good time and it was a good memory. Yeah, she didn't have the interest and the passion for Ghostface and Scream that I do, but she enjoyed it. And I says, just think yourself damn lucky that you're in Fun World. I says, there's fans out there that would happily take your place. I say, oh yeah, if she's not interested, I'll take her place, because you would have done, and you'd have loved it. I don't know why it's not happened with other fans. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I had a Ghostface site. I don't know if it's just because I was UK based. I don't know. But he said, if you're ever in New York, and I said, yeah, I'm going to be in New York, and that's how it happened. Let me check the chat here. Who have I pissed off now? Do you collect autographs? I don't have any autographs. I've got a Drew Barrymore signed Ultra White, but that's about the closest. No offence to Jack Quaid, but I'm not really fussed about autographs. Again, I'm not trying to be nasty. I just prefer, if I'm going to get an autograph, I want to see him in person myself and have him sign it in front of me. So, not that I don't want autographs, but if I do get them, I want to be experiencing it for myself. It's like someone saying, oh, can I go to Fun World for you? Like, no, I want to go. As I did. But yeah. I have an orange EU. Oh, I think I read that one. It's plain white but raised EU stamp. I scooped that Ghostface. Oh, thank you for that, Jordan. Yeah. RJ came across a very decent fellow on the interview. It's mad. You wouldn't expect the guy behind a horrible movie serial killer to be... I don't know, that's what people used to say about Wes, isn't it? They say, oh, for the films he's done, what happens in some of the films, like lots of Wes's films I've never seen, People Under the Stairs, Hills Have Eyes, I've never seen them. I do the same thing with a Laurel Hardy box set I've got, yeah? So I've got a full box set of Laurel and Hardy, yeah, but I don't watch them all. Why? Well, because in my mind, if I want to watch a new Laurel and Hardy film, yeah, alright, they've been dead a long time, which is always unfortunate, but in my mind, if I want to watch a new film that's new to me, I can watch a new Laurel and Hardy film whenever I want. For the simple reason I've not watched all of these films ever, But if I want a new one, I can just put the disc in and press play. And whether it's good or bad or whatever, you know, I've got a new Laurel and Hardy film. In a way. And it's like that with Wes as well. So I've never seen original People Under the Stairs, Hills Have Eyes. I don't think I've even watched Cursed all the way through, even though it was... had no end of problems, you know. I've never watched the first Freddy, yeah. Never watched many of the Jasons. Never watched all of the Jasons. I've only ever seen little bits and pieces of them. I don't even know what films they were. The most I've ever seen of a Jason film is where he kicks the ghetto blaster in New York and the blokes go, "Hey, motherfucker," whatever they say to him, and he turns around, doesn't he? Takes his mask off and they're like, "Yeah, okay." That's the most I've ever seen of a Jason film, apart from one other bit where he got an axe or a pickaxe in his forehead and then he falls down. And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'm going now to my mate, because I didn't want to watch it, because I was too young. But yeah, with the Wes films, I think, well, yeah, I've not seen all the Wes's films. Music of the Heart, how many of you have seen that? You know, I've not seen it. So I say to myself, if I want a new Wes film, I'll have a new Wes film. My Soul to Take, I've never seen My Soul to Take. You know? So with the Laurel and Hardy and the Wes films and even other stuff I've not watched, I think, well, if I ever want a new film of these particular categories or whatever, or by particular people, I can have that new film because it's new to my viewing and I've never seen it before. So that's what I do with that. But yes, and whether you're saying, oh, RJ, you know, being in charge of such a, say, like a brutal Ghostface in the recent film, you know, but he's such a nice man, yeah. It's just what RJ is. You saw it on the interview for yourself. That was all unedited interview. Nothing got chopped from that, apart from a bit of chat at the start when me and him were talking and having a quick catch-up. Then I said, right, RJ, I'm going to start the interview now. If you hear me say this, just know that's me starting it. And he goes, okay. And that's what you saw from then on. Okay, we have RJ Torbett here. And you saw it. All from then on was fully unedited. How many times you see me press the GoPro, or the cat made a noise, or RJ, we can edit this if you want to, and he says, okay. Yet we didn't, you know. It's just how he is. It's just how he is. RJ seems like a giving guy by nature. Hello, School Splitter. Thanks for sharing, says Martin Bell. It was surreal, definitely. You deserved every minute of it. No, I won okay at the time. Sorry about that, Vexy. Things have not been the best here lately. And yeah, just when I think back to times, I mean that was a brilliant time in 2013. You know what the shittiest bit of 2013 was Paul Walker going. That's always the shittiest part of 2013, and I'm sure many people agree with that. But I always remember saying to myself, the end of 2013, I had two things to look forward to, you know. One was to do with the hat, the Auf Wiedersehen. There was a convention which had never been done before. And after the convention, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks after the convention for this, there was New York trip, you know. So I had two things that I was really looking forward to. And, you know, we went New York, obviously saw RJ Funworld, and then we come back. On October the 11th, we came back. And then, of course, yeah, 5-6 weeks later, the missus comes into the bedroom. Oh, Paul Walker's dead. I said, what are you talking about? Paul Walker's died. I said, you best be fucking joking. Really pissed me off there. You know, you gutted, you know. Such a nice bloke. I never met him, but, you know, someone of his stature, his personality. He wasn't Hollywood, he was just him, you know. And I thought, God, we had two really good things in 2013, personally. And then we get that one massive dollop of shit at the end of November with Mr. Walker having the crash. And it wasn't even him driving. That's what really angers me. It wasn't even him driving. But, you know, so we had two really good positives and then a really nasty negative. And even though I'm nothing to do with the family or related or anything, it just, yeah, it really got to me, that one. I think it did a lot of other people too. I love seeing this side of you. Shows we're all human. Well, nice memories. Once in a lifetime. It was. Didn't want to make you emotional. It wasn't your fault, Vexy. It's just recent shit here that's helps it along, I'm afraid. This is why I'm doing a stream now before, you know, Madam comes back and I don't know what's going to happen. Cheers, Screen Ghost. I don't want to read some of these, I'm just acknowledging them. I want to set up an event for a world record, the most Ghostface costumes masks in one place. I don't know how many that would be, but yeah. Screen Ghost, what's that? Updates on all the masks. Yeah, I know, but I mean, this is now. I didn't do live streams before, 2013. These didn't exist. I could do it. I had YouTube. This YouTube channel's been active since 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. But I didn't do streams. Streaming wasn't really a thing then. So I just updated people on the site when I went to Fun World, Of course, I put pictures and this and that up, but social media wasn't what it was then, what it is now, So I wasn't really updating people like this, at least. But yeah, I was putting everything possible on the website. Anything come up, Scream 4, possible Scream 5, Wes Craven, RJ, Ghost, it would go on the site. But yeah, not like now, where, I can do these updates, UK stock, MadAboutHorror, blah, 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 but yeah, it was, there's always a bastard out there that's always boasting, big-headed sod. He's done it, no one else has done it, Not my bloody fault. Jesus Christ. I mean, you get an invite, what are you going to do? Say no? Again, I could have been dead a week later, so I was always up for, going to Fun World. And, some people got their opinions and think, well, yeah, he's saying it now just to be big-headed. Okay, then. But yeah, I have said before, as Jamil says there, I've always said to RJ, look, I'd love to come back over again at the right time. When it's possible for him. Would Alan be there? God knows. I honestly don't. I have no idea whatsoever what Alan Geller thinks of me or my site. I've never had any contact of any sort from Alan Geller. I don't know if it's a bad thing or if it's a good thing. I don't know. I know one thing from a while ago, that him and RJ went through every bit of my site a while ago. I mean, every single page of my site, they went through it. And they advised some changes on the mass page. Again, this is 4 or 5 years ago. But that's the only time I've ever known of Mr. Geller having anything to do with anything linked to me. I think on a lot of the mass descriptions at the time, I had a lot of the masks down as being latex, and they said they're not latex, they're soft PVC. Change all of the latex to soft PVC. I said, okay. Now, I think I did it minutes afterwards. As soon as I got told, I did it. I was like, okay, stay in good books, don't piss anyone off. And I did it. And I think if you go even on the mass page now, it will say soft PVC on most descriptions. Again, this is all going to be changing in future. There's a lot to do on the website. But I don't know. It just shows RJ thinks a lot of you. You should. So I only saw the last half of that comment a second ago. The way I see it, you're not bragging. It's just a humbling experience of a great memory. It is a great memory. Yeah, it's not every day you meet someone like RJ. You're damn right, it's not. It's not. Hope you at least roll the limo window up and had the wife. What's he say? Give you a quick topper? No. There was all sorts of drink in that limo, and I don't think we hardly touched any of it. I don't drink. Personally, I don't drink alcohol. I can't stand it. It doesn't agree with me at all. But I don't know whether I had a Coke or a Diet Coke or even a mineral water or something. I remember having something that was just so basic, so to speak. I can't remember if the missus had anything. But we were just in awe of what we were sat in, And he'd sent us out, he'd not sent us home, but he'd sent us to JFK in that damn limo. I was like, Jesus Christ. And it was like when something happens in life and it doesn't sink in, immediately. That's what it was like. You're like, jeez. And even when we got back here to Heathrow and then, come back home 2 hours away from the airport, we're here. It was like, Jesus, did that just happen? We've seen New York. We didn't see all of the World Trade and Ground Zero because it was still, most of it were closed, apart from the memorial pools. But yeah, it was like, shit, did that just happen, All of it, the city, Port Jefferson, Fun World, RJ, HHN, Goldmass, Goldhood, It was like a culture shock. You're like, Jesus Christ, like you just took an impact and you were still shaking from it, I don't know. Martin Bell. People laugh at people under the stairs is classic. Freddy versus Jason classic. Is it? I don't know. But yeah, Paul Walker hit me, my family. Yeah, that's shit, that is. It's Mr. Walker. Many times over the years on UK television, we see these, world's scariest chases, world's wildest police chases, whatever they're called. And you see all these absolute arseholes. Yeah. It doesn't matter what colour they are either. No offence to anyone, no racism here, but I remember seeing somebody get chased on this programme, American programme, and they always had that sheriff that talked. It's like, this is Deputy Ex-Sheriff, it used to be a sheriff in this county, and, they'd always come up and introduce it. Hey, here we are today, and blah, 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 blah. And, you never forget his face. But this sheriff used to introduce it and say, this guy was unbelievable. It was like, what's this play? And, yeah, there was this chase. God, it was on and on and on and on. And he was hitting cars, lampposts, telegraph poles, bloody into police cars, into civilian cars. And eventually the daft bastard crashed it, and you literally saw him. They had to slow down the foot. You saw him fly out of the driver's window. Would you believe this guy escaped unharmed? They caught him later on. I was like, well, what the he escaped unharmed? After the car, it's a pole, flipped around, rolled over, all these somersaults, and he appears unscathed. Fucking arsehole, I was like, there is no God. And then, yeah, that happens to Mr. Walker, and you're like, God, So you got this bad criminal that's built like elastic, that nothing can harm him. And then you had, this accident with November 2013, and you're like, gee, there is no fairness, And it always made me sick, that did. But yeah, this bloke literally flew out the driver's window on this American, filmed show. Yeah, he was actually unharmed. I was like, fucking arsehole. But I was just glad they caught him later on, I was like, yeah, I hope somebody did. But, the damage that bastard did, and the cars he fucked up, and the people, that he probably affected that day in many ways, and he comes out unscathed. I thought, yeah, that's really fair, that, isn't it? That's balance, that is. Hope you get to meet RJ again soon. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'd like to, but who knows? Like you say, you never know if today is our last on this planet. Live with no regrets. I know. I'm starting to sort of think that with regards to situation under my own roof as well. Well, it's not even my roof anymore. You see, I speak to... This is personal shit on my stream, and I shouldn't really say this, but at the minute, this year, the only good thing that's happened is speaking to distributor a bit more regular. And, hearing his appreciation of what I help him with sometimes. That's a distributor. The RJ interview, which was always a major bonus. And who I got told... I'm not really even allowed to say, but... As I said on the other stream, a major... Described as a major celebrity... watched my original stream with the interview. So I streamed and then put the interview on for you, then came back at the end. A major celeb was watching that. from start to finish. Start to finish. 4 hours, 15 minutes. And this lady apparently was watching. I was like, Jesus, seriously? And please, if anyone has any inclination as to who, just don't put it in the chat. Don't put it in the chat. Because I did say something online, then I deleted it. But yeah, I just got some reliable information, and it was true. And they said, oh yeah, just keep it anonymous for the time being. The person who it was is blah blah blah, and they watched start to finish, but just leave it at that. I was like, okay. And that was when I found out who that person was. Or I actually wasn't even told properly who it was, but I was given a very good hint of something. It said, oh, if you check this, blah, 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 and then you look at that, and then add it up. And I was like, Jesus, really? And I said the name, and then I just got the response of, I think you guessed correct. I was like, shit. My thoughts were just as, why would that celeb watch my stream? Is she watching now? I bloody hope not, because I'm in a bloody state. But yeah, I honestly think that this person that watched start to finish, that was a long stream, but I honestly think it was possibly more because of RJ's interview. It wasn't this. It was more the RJ interview. And in all fairness, them RJ interviews haven't ever happened like that before. So I consider myself damn lucky there. So lucky to have met him, you know, seen him at Fun World, but damn lucky to have got that interview. And I hope you all enjoyed it, which I'm sure many of you did from the feedback that me and him got. But yeah, when we got that extra information that, oh, this celebrity watched it, all of it, I was like, whew. Shit. Yeah, because I wasn't the best on the start of that stream. I'd had a major headache over 24 hours, and I wasn't up to, I don't know, I wasn't my best, so to speak, and I didn't really introduce it very well. And then at the end, I remember getting on about fake masks and this, that, and the other, and it was just what people were saying in the stream, and I was responding, which was normal. But yeah, when somebody said that wasn't bullshit, said, oh yeah, that person was watching, I was like, shit. Anyway, read the last of the chat and let's get gone. I've got to go feed my cats. I'm type 1 diabetic, so I'm the same way. Alcohol doesn't agree with me. Yeah, it's, you know, I keep getting comments here from other half saying, oh, I wonder if you're diabetic. I'm like, well, I don't think so. But yeah, alcohol just doesn't agree with me. Years and years ago at school, or just after leaving school, my mates would never shut up. Oh, try Budweiser, try Stella, try Corona, try this. Try. I was like, yeah, I don't care. It's booze. And I used to try it just to shut them up. And whatever I tried, I normally hated. Apart from one little bit of cider. I don't know what cider it was. I thought, well, yeah, it's not the worst. And then I had some champagne at a wedding. I was like, well, yeah, it's tolerable. That was it. I never really bothered ever again. But yeah, me and booze, I don't care. It's like somebody saying, oh, you're going to start collecting Myers? I'm like, no. Don't give a shit about Myers. No offence to Michael Myers fans, it's just not my interest. Same as football. Oh, don't you watch the football? No. Well, you live in Nottingham, so what? Well, they've got 2 football teams, Notts County and Nottingham Forest. So what? It's just not my interest. We've all got different hobbies, interests, what we do. You know, Mrs. hates Ghostface masks. I don't. Anyway, let's get gone because you lot got to go and I've got to feed the cats, as I say. It was a good interview, kept me into the whole time. Celebrity just needs to share. Yeah, well, I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. But yeah, I was more puzzled why the celeb was there, whether it was just to see what a fan was doing on the stream or whether it was solely for the RJ's interview. I think possibly it was a mix of both, more so the RJ interview. but I know that celeb is still in contact with the person that told me about it. So we'll see. It'd be nice if we did get a retweet or a share or whatever, but I'm not holding my breath. And that's no offence to the person whatsoever. You know, they could be watching now. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. But if they are watching, then thank you. The fact you went start to finish is an amazing achievement with this particular personality. So thank you if you ever do see this. Anyway, thanks for the stream as always. That's alright, Christian. I'm going to go ahead and hit the hay. Very good stream. God bless you. Yeah. Cheers, Vaxi. Don't get price gouge, mate. Just be patient and you may find a Gen 1 one day for a decent price. Do not fall victim to the price gouging gits, please. What? Jigsaw? Jordan? Those are a few side effects for diabetic. I wouldn't say I go to the toilet a lot, no. If I have a few of these, or too many, within an hour or something, then yes, but it's expected. Or if I have, again, a lot of water. They say, drink 2 litres of water a day. And yes, if I do drink 2 litres of water a day, I'm always at the toilet. But that's because of the water. But yeah, getting tired, yeah, sometimes, but that's warranted with regards to what I'm doing. Like I can sometimes wash the car and it would take 6 hours because I used to be a valeter, and I like my car to look nice when I can get it done. But yeah, even then, I'm not really tired. I personally don't think I am diabetic. But yeah. We put whiskey in our cornflakes. Maybe this celeb wants masking for. I don't know. But yeah, look after yourself, says Screen Ghost. But yeah, cheers, Vaxi. Yeah, let's let you get gone because seriously, at 8 o'clock every night, it's 8:06 here in the UK. At 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. every day, I have to give an insulin jab to one of my cats, and yeah, it's okay to be a few minutes late, but yeah. I've got to go and do the cats. No doubt the missus will be back soon. And, yeah. We'll do what we normally do on a bloody Sunday. Just whine away the hours and see what's what. But until next time... oh, here we go. Talk of the missus. Doorbell's just gone off. If there's any news in the meantime regarding distributor and masks, and the possibility we could get them sooner rather than later, again, I will update you as soon as humanly possible. But just remember, March the 21st is the cut-off date. So if trading standards continues to fight, or if they back down, sometime on the 21st or after the 21st is when we're going to find out. So keep an eye on for when the streams go online. But aside from that, I'll see you all soon. And I'm just going to count out as normal. But see you later. Thank you for watching and tolerating, if you still are. But yeah, thank you all.